All refs are Madrid fans.
Me and Dan are the only ones.
Facts. Oh, that guy? Yeah, I've seen that guy.
Huh?
Atalanta.
Smack them.
Boys.
At Anfield.
And we're live. Hello, hello. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Hey, brother.
Absolutely, brother.
What it do?
What it do, baby?
Don't start this.
What it do, baby boo? What's going on, brothers?
And sisters?
Welcome. Today is
Yeah, James Charles.
Thursday, April 11th.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome for joining. Thursday, April 11th. What do you want me to do?
Tilt it down there.
Like this?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, good.
Thursday, April 11th. We're here. Champions League, Europa League, maybe Conference League too.
No Conference League, man.
Not yet. No Conference League yet. Champions League, Europa League. We're gonna chat about it. We'll wait for a little bit before we get started.
But yeah.
Or do you guys want to hop right into it?
No, we can just
Hop
mingle,
right in, man.
mingle and dingle.
Mingle in for a little bit. Yeah, no, some big games. A lot of goals
Golazos.
this week so far. I think it was something like 18 goals in 4 games.
I have one of the goal balls right here, actually.
Spatty got the ball here from the Valverde goal to tie the game against Manchester City.
Golazo.
Spatty was actually at that game there. He was a ball boy.
Yeah.
Golazo.
He was able to actually smuggle a ball out.
Damn, how'd you do that, bro?
Got it here.
I'm just built different.
But yeah, a ton of exciting fixtures. I feel like Champions League was pretty predictable in terms of the results. A lot of
Was
draws.
it predictable?
Yeah,
Like who won, you're saying?
yeah. Like who won?
Man.
I think was pretty predictable. I think all the
Like the score lines weren't predictable, though.
scoreline's not predictable, but like the results were.
I mean, a certain favorite lost.
Who? Now Barca are favorites going. Let's be honest.
No.
They were not
Barca
favorites.
were favorites.
No, man, they're not
Oh,
favorite.
God, they're not favorites,
Atleti were
bro.
favorites at home. Arsenal and then Arsenal, Bayern, then City.
Barca were also away, so they were not favorites.
Solid. But Europa League, I feel like there were some upsets for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think Roma beating Milan.
Oh, that's not an upset.
I think it might be, dude.
Milan's
Low-key.
been
Bit of an upset there. Then obviously the big one we'll talk about later, Atalanta with that smashing performance.
Jeez.
But yeah.
start with Bayern.
Huh?
Start with Bayern Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Kicking it off, Champions League, obviously. Games on Tuesday. Kick it off with Arsenal versus Bayern. 2-2. The final score. But I mean, towards the end of the game there,
Here we go.
2 controversial penalties.
Very.
One on each side.
No.
Uh,
Not Saka. Don't say Saka's controversial.
Some people were saying.
Some people are saying, I'm saying.
No, man.
I'm saying.
People are saying
Why do you, dude, you not watch me? I did the air quotes.
I get it, but like
controversial.
it doesn't count. Saka's. I'll give one controversial, but Saka's was not controversial.
Why?
He literally sticks his leg out to get fouled.
No, I'm not saying it was a penalty, but I'm saying it was controversial because people were talking about it.
No, that's just Arsenal fans.
Yeah, I know. Arsenal fans are talking about it bare, but I think we all agree that that wasn't a penalty,
No, that's not.
right? I actually saw afterwards there was bare comps on Twitter, and like this is Saka's move. apparently. I saw like 3 or 4 clips of Saka doing the same move where he's like jumping into the keeper
And he got penalties
with his legs. I think he got a penalty for it once. He did. I can't remember what team it was against, but I saw it. I think it was against Villarreal. Maybe not. I don't know if they played
Last
Villarreal.
year.
They-
Was that this year?
I don't remember.
I saw some. Go ahead.
There was a couple where he literally same move where he just jumps in 2 legs, gets the contact, and then tries to get the penalty. But the crazy thing about this one was if he didn't go down, he probably would have scored.
Yeah, he got by.
Like, he got by. Like if he didn't go down, he probably could have just at least had a shot on target. Then the Bayern defender would have had to make a block.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
that probably gives you a better chance than diving.
I
right?
saw some like videos on TikTok saying like some guy was saying it was kind of a penalty because he was looking back at like some prem tackles that were like that too, like soft, very soft that they gave.
Yeah, dude.
So he's saying like,
yeah.
is the
Bro,
Premier
the Prem is the
League
worst when it comes to penalties. Don't even
That's what the
compare.
guy was saying. Is like
Officiating in general.
Officiating in general, but the Prem is definitely worse, and it's just so inconsistent.
Yeah, the Prem I feel like has like almost like different rules. It's sometimes
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
what
like
the
in
guy
terms
was
of what
saying.
they
It's
call
like
and what they don't
You
call.
can't call the same thing. It just
And man,
weird.
I even saw too some West Ham fans on the Twitter timeline today, absolutely going nuts about saying, "Oh, we should have had a penalty against Leverkusen." There was a clip, Ta and Antonio were like wrestling in the box.
That's not.
They're literally going like head to head, like they're literally both kind of like battling each other.
Yeah.
Antonio's obviously trying to get by. Kudus puts a cross in. The cross goes like a mile over both of them, and they're complaining in the comments, "Absolute rubbish. Can't trust UEFA officiating. This is why nobody takes European competition seriously, and why the Premier League will always be superior."
Nah, come on, bro.
And people in the comments are like, "Bro, weren't you guys always on about how the Premier League's the most physical league in the world, the toughest league to play in the world, the most aggressive
Always
league?
like that, bro.
But mans can't even body in the box."
You could give them the pen. They're still gonna get killed this next.
I
leg.
know, dude. They got absolutely pummeled, but
They got one shot. That's
yeah,
it for
I
later.
digress. I don't want to talk about that too much. Arsenal versus Bayern game. Sorry, it was a good game.
It was back and
2-2.
forth.
Obviously, Arsenal started opening up the score. Saka,
The diver.
the diver, right? Good goal,
Good finish.
right? Good finish to start things off. And I thought, man, like
That was a nice goal.
I thought,
was a nice goal.
you know what? Like when they went up first, I was like, you know what? Like Arsenal, maybe they'll actually do this. Maybe they'll actually do this, right? But
Psych.
honestly, like Bayern low-key fumbled the bag because they could have put the game to bed. It could have been like 3 or 4-1. They had a few chances. I think Sane had that one in particular.
Yeah, yeah.
Sane
Where
played good.
He was on a breakaway from almost the halfway line,
he
and
slowed
then I think
down.
it was Ben White that came back and made that great tackle to
That was
slow him
Sane's fault.
down.
Sane started
He slowed down a
slowing
little bit. I think too he was maybe thinking that maybe he was going to have some support. He didn't have any support, which I think that was a bit of a missed opportunity too. Like, how are you not supporting your? Obviously, I know Sane's fast, but dude, you have pacey guys out there. There should be at least someone busting a lung to get there.
I think
right?
he was waiting for it to be perfectly on his left foot because it was in the ball was in the ball was like here. He wanted it here.
But I saw the clip. At one point, he slows down and like he's kind of looking to see like, okay, is there anybody here that I can square the ball to? And there was nobody there. So I think he just ran out of options. Like he didn't really have any other choice of what to do. But I think that was a good. At that point, it was 2-1. At that point, they could have made it 3-1, which I think would have probably put the game to
Yeah.
bed.
Because then he just
Um,
close up shot.
But I think at the end of the day, 2-2. If you're Bayern, you're probably happy with that result, especially after going down 1-0 to start. I think 2-2 is a good result away from home. And now you have an inexperienced Arsenal team that has to go away to the Allianz Arena, fortress of an arena, and they have to try to beat Bayern at home, right? So that I think is going to be tricky. Me personally, I think Bayern might have the upper hand in that second leg just because they have that home advantage. And it seems like their players are starting to get back. Like I think Neuer was a huge comeback. I
Yeah.
think like if they had Ulreich in that game, it might be a wrap. I think Neuer just has that aura about him where the team can just settle in. They don't have to worry as much. I don't know if you guys saw that one clip of Neuer when the Arsenal players were pressing him and he flicked the ball up and kicked it up. Do you guys see that clip?
I don't remember.
He flicked the ball up and kicked the ball to kind of to Delict there to kind of play it out. But yeah, I think Neuer brings a huge amount of confidence. I saw some people on Twitter and TikTok talking absolutely crazy about how they're doing like Arsenal versus Bayern combined 11.
Oh my gosh, I saw this.
You see this one?
So stupid.
Arsenal versus Bayern combined 11, right? I'll let you guess how many Arsenal players,
There's more.
or no, sorry, how many Bayern players made it in Arsenal team 11?
Kane and
Musiala.
Just Kane.
no.
In some of the clips I was seeing, it was
too. That's
some of the clips I was seeing, it was just Kane.
Just
They were
That's
saying, "Oh yeah,
crazy.
Raya this season's been the best goalie in the Prem. Neuer's great, but
slipping.
he's past it now." And then you going on to right back, yeah, for sure, Ben White over Mazraoui. Center backs, they have Gabriel and Saliba, best center
All
backs in
going
the
head to
Prem.
head with Bayern and
Rolls
Arsenal.
Royce,
Yeah.
and left back Davies. Kivio has been
How?
fantastic all season.
I mean, Davies.
not mad.
Davies has fallen off.
I'm
I'm not
taking
mad
it.
with 3 Arsenal players in the back line.
Davies still in his bad days is
Yeah.
better than
No,
You still
but
put
who
Neuer in
who
there.
was playing center back for Bayern?
Delict and Dyer.
Yeah, that was a terrible back line.
It's insane. Tuchel's been trolling with this duo. He has his 2 best center backs sitting on the bench, but
No, they're not injured.
Huh?
They're not injured?
no, they're on the bench. Yeah, they're on the bench. And then midfield, they had Rice, Jorginho, and
Odegaard.
Odegaard
That's
over the Bayern trio, and then they had
Kimmich didn't play though.
they had
Did he
Huh?
play? Kimmich play?
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't it Limer?
they had Saka over Sane.
Yeah.
I'm not mad with that.
I'm a little mad about that.
I'm not mad with
Even though Sané like cooked that game.
Sane was.
Sané overall-
carried that game.
I don't know why he got subbed off.
Sane
can have
overall
that
might
injury.
be a better player than Saka.
Even the
but
penalty,
Saka's
even
having a
the
better season, no?
is he though? Like, look at the numbers. It's not that crazy.
No,
Saka's
Sane-
Not
having
that
a
big of a
better
difference.
season.
Okay, continue. And
Kane
Kane striker. And then
striker, and then I think they had Martinelli over Coleman
That's crazy.
Coleman didn't even
That's
start with
wild.
Gnabry.
Martinelli doesn't
or
even play.
Coleman or whoever, right? Obviously, I don't know. I think that
Loki, I think Arsenal still go through. If Jesus starts, they'll win, in my opinion.
Nah,
You
come-
think?
bro, what's Jesus gonna do, bro?
Yeah.
you never know. You
What's
never
he gonna
know.
do, man?
I
Well,
think, I think
Wagwan,
Trossard
Wagwan,
was
JP,
over threat
Wagwan.
coming off the bench.
That's what I was saying. I'd rather have Trossard than Martinelli on the starting.
I don't know why
lineup.
Trossard
Martinelli.
doesn't start, but I feel like Trossard is better coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
kind of more that impact sub that comes on against tired legs.
Yeah.
They're used to defending Martinelli all game where he's just kind of kicking it by, but
Yeah.
Trossard I think is a little bit more of an intelligent player where he kind of finds those spaces, and I think he's a better finisher too. Low-key, he's a better goal scorer.
Trossard?
Trossard.
Trotter?
Yeah, Trossard.
Martinelli stinks.
Martinelli stinks. Yeah, I think he's definitely a little bit overrated, but no, I think 2-2 is a great result, and I think it's all to play for at the Allianz. It's gonna have to be a big Arsenal performance. I think like someone's gonna have to step up, because truly there's not a lot of European experience in that side, right? If you really deep it,
Who steps up for Bayern? Who's your step up guy?
who's gonna step up for Bayern? Me personally,
Harold?
if they get another penalty, I'm sure Kane will score.
But I don't think it's
But I think like from open play, right? Because
I think
that's
it'd
what
be
you're looking at.
Sané.
Honestly, like Sane, but
the pace.
dude, I'm even thinking like in the midfield, not for anything. In that game, Goretzka was the best
He was.
midfielder on the pitch. He dominated that game, right? So I think, especially at the Allianz Arena, I think the Bayern midfield is going to be strong because if they let Rice, Odegaard,
Yeah.
Jorginho get on the
Control.
ball, I think that's when they probably lose the game, right? Because that midfield can cause a lot of damage. It's a very strong midfield. But I think Goretzka's going to have to be the main guy for Bayern. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he steps up and scores a goal. He's the kind of midfielder that can step up, score that big goal, really bring that energy, and they can kind of rally off that. So for me, if I'm picking one, I think Goretzka's going to be the guy to step up for Bayern.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
big shout.
Kind of against the run of the season, he's been having kind of an off and on season. Didn't
He's
even
been
get
injured a
called up
bit,
for
no?
Germany too. So I think this is the kind of performance where he kind of reasserts himself in the national team setup too. Like it's a big performance that sees Nagelsmann. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should have this guy on the plane. Right. That's what I got. What do you guys think?
In
I'm not
terms
mad
of,
with Goretzka.
I mean, I'm gonna go away from the player, but Bayern are definitely have the advantage this second leg now. I mean, what do they have to play for in the Bundesliga? Bundesliga is pretty much wrapped.
Second
Yeah, they
place.
have to go for it.
Meanwhile, Arsenal are fighting still to win the Prem
Yeah,
and
that's
to compete
true.
in Champions League. I feel like Tuchel's like putting his boys like, all right, guys, Champions League is the focus. Save
Come
my
on,
job,
boys.
win the CL.
Well, they're not going to save his job. He's done. But I don't know. I think like low key that's a bit of a sore excuse if you're an Arsenal fan, because if you're highest value squad in the world, supposed to be a top team in the top league in the world, you should be competing on all fronts. I'm sorry. It's not an excuse. We have to focus on the league because guess what? So do City.
Yeah.
Guess what? So do Madrid.
And if
So
10,
does
if
Barca.
10 players out of 11 players are better of the two teams compared, then they should be
Then you
winning.
shouldn't be complaining, oh, we have to focus on the league. I'm sorry. Like, I get, sure, the league is maybe their main focus.
No, you can't
but
say
you
that.
have
You
the
can't-
squad.
no,
But
but you
there's
can't
more
for them to
fronts.
fight for.
You
though,
can't
than
say that
Bayern.
anymore. You can't say that anymore.
Can't say what?
I need to focus on the league, dude. You're in the quarterfinals of the Champions
Oh, no,
League.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's you can't use it as an excuse.
No.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
that they're fighting in two big competitions.
Yeah, but
Meanwhile,
end of the
Bayern are
day,
fighting
These
in
Arsenal
one big
fans will-
competition.
We'll use that as an excuse, though.
no. End of the day, I feel like football, you have to go out there and win. And if you're gonna put your best team out there, put their best team out there.
And they have depth.
Yeah.
They have Partey coming off the bench who could do the same job as the other guys. They throw him on as rotation.
Even the defenders. Yeah.
Got Zinchenko on the bench. You got a lot. They got a lot of good bench
Even the
players.
goalkeepers.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have two
Ramsey.
goalkeepers, right? So, yeah, I think it'll definitely be interesting. But what do you guys think about the penalty situation?
Which one?
Well,
Second one?
not the Saka one. The Saka one we all agreed with. The one that,
Where Gabriel picked it up.
yeah,
The one that wasn't a pen.
okay.
No,
For me personally,
technically it is pen.
by the rules,
I don't care what the rules say.
okay, typical Juve. By the rules, that's a penalty.
Yeah, if you don't love
Right.
football, then it's a penalty.
If I'm the ref, am I gonna call that?
No.
Probably not.
So what's your argument then? You were this.
That
this
it's a
wasn't your
penalty.
argument
You were
last-
saying it wasn't a penalty.
You just said if you're a ref, you're not calling it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a penalty.
Okay.
You're saying it's not a penalty.
I said it. No.
Two
Well,
things-
no.
Two things could be the same.
No, no.
true at the
You
same
can
time.
go.
Pull up
you-
the group chat. Pull up the
Yeah,
receipts.
pull it up. I'll
Pull up
pull
the
it up right
receipts.
now.
Two things
I
could be
said.
true at the same time.
I said, if you're going off the rules, it is a pen,
You never
but
said
no ref gives it. We'll get
You,
you.
never, you
No.
never admitted that.
But there's also
back.
there's also that rule where I put in the group chat the other day where refs can still have the final decision whether if it's a reason to be called or not. Whether there's a rule that's a rule, like end of the day the ref has a final decision.
yeah.
So it's up to the ref.
No, I know for sure. But
To-
but for me, the referee going and saying I didn't call it because it's a childish mistake, I don't think he should have said that.
Yeah.
I think that probably puts more attention on it and makes it look worse than it was. If he just didn't say anything about it, like didn't comment about it, no, it wasn't a penalty, then I think it would have been maybe blown over a little bit more. But the fact that he came out and said that brought more attention onto it. At the end of the day, by the rules, the ball was in play. He blew the whistle. The ball was live, and the big difference was he kicked him the ball. He passed him the ball. I saw Arsenal fans on Twitter saying, "Oh, this is how we always take goal kicks."
Yeah,
Every
I've seen
clip
that
they
too.
showed on Twitter, Raya was literally handing him the ball, like rolling him the ball. There's a difference between rolling the ball to him, like here, take it. Then you have your foot on the ball. The referee blows the whistle. You pass the player the ball. And then because it's not a favorable situation for you to play out the back, oh, you know what? Let's just retake it.
But even the way that he kicks it, I understand sometimes like he might just kick it like that, but he kicked it in front of him.
A pass.
But he can like go to
Okay.
it. He didn't kick it to him.
pass.
And I saw some Arsenal fans on
Yeah.
TikTok saying we got lucky
Yeah.
because if an that happened to Arsenal would have gone crazy.
They were going crazy over Saka.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Arsenal fans would have gone crazy. That would have been 100% a penalty for them.
So I brought the receipts.
Wait.
This guy's
We
got
have,
the
we have
receipt.
4 and 3. JP says as a neutral, I find that the ref not giving it by the rules. It's a pen. It's a Fugazi pen.
But it's a pen.
Oh!
I never said it wasn't. Look, I literally said it is, but it's so small that you don't call it. It didn't affect anything. That's literally what I
It
said.
didn't affect anything. It
didn't
could
affect
have affected
It
the
didn't
outcome of the
affect
game.
anything.
Could have
No,
scored a
it
goal.
It didn't affect anything.
Bayern could have scored a goal.
So a penalty,
What do you mean?
called or not called, doesn't affect the
Why
outcome of
would-
the game.
You're not understanding what we're saying. It doesn't. That had nothing to do with any play. That wasn't a play. Gabriel didn't hear the whistle. Okay, he grabbed it to put a thing. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. That is a child's call.
Can't hear the whistle. That whistle.
Just because you make this face
that whistle's
Yeah.
pretty
doesn't mean you're
loud.
right.
What do you mean? Dude,
That whistle's
okay,
pretty
so just
loud,
because the
man.
guy didn't hear the whistle,
Huh?
you can just handball it now?
There
So-
was no player beside him. It wasn't even in play. Like he didn't even know it was in play.
The goalie heard the whistle. How did he not hear it? It was
the
right
goalie-
beside him.
The goalie probably didn't even know either.
So the whole team didn't know.
What do
So
you
okay,
mean?
so let's say for example, Cross comes in the box. A
No,
player,
no.
Player has his eyes closed, heads the ball, hits his
No,
hand.
no.
Is
Because
that
that's
not
part
a
of the play.
penalty?
That's part of the play.
Why? Because the ball's in play.
What?
The ball's in play.
No, that's because players are literally have a chance to score. There's no chance of scoring in this play.
How?
Yeah, penalty. It's
What?
a chance to score.
How is there no
Where-
chance of scoring?
No,
The
without
player has the ball in the box.
Where was the player? Was any player near him?
Dude, the
Was there any
players.
player near him?
You can't be in the box.
Was there any player near him?
You can't be in the
Was there any
box.
player near him?
You can't be in the box.
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly?
So there's no player near
You
him.
can pressure him.
So what's the problem here?
What do you mean? What's the problem?
What's
You
the problem?
By the rules of the game, the player cannot be in the box during a goal kick. So obviously, there's not going to be a player beside him.
Okay, so what's your point?
What do
There's
you
no
mean,
one.
what's the
There's no
point?
one near him.
If
So
the
what's that
player
affect?
has the ball in the box, in that
You're
situation,
just repeating what you're saying. I said there's no point. There's no one on him.
yeah, because there can't be.
It doesn't matter. So exactly. It didn't matter.
If the player has the ball in the box,
They could have retaken the goal kick 1,000 times. It wouldn't have affected anything.
dude, listen to what I'm saying.
I am listening to what
You're
saying, but
not because you're
stupid.
cutting me off. If the goalie passes the ball to the center back, the center back now has to play that ball out of the back.
Okay.
He can't stop the ball.
It was going to be the same result.
What do you mean it was the same result?
It was the same result. If he passed to Gabriel when he passed
Yeah.
to Gabriel, or Gabriel passed it to Rai, same result.
What do you mean?
They
same
would have got
result?
it out the back.
Maybe not.
No, 100%
You don't know
they would have got it
because
out.
at the end of the day, if the defender's in the box, he now has to play that ball in the
You're
box.
basing it off of stupidity. That's all you're doing.
What do you mean?
You're basing it off.
How?
If he missed the ball,
I'm not
No,
saying
but
I
he's
never
saying
said that.
I get what he's saying,
I'm
but
saying
No.
there's pressure on the defender. When you're taking a goal kick, there's no pressure on you. No one
he
can
went
pressure
even
you.
by the time
Exactly.
he
There's no pressure.
Exactly. Is
Even
that-
when he passed, yeah, exactly. Go.
Exactly. So that's what his argument is. That why should it be given as a penalty
Yeah.
in relation to a penalty has a high probability of being scored.
Yeah.
That's literally a free goal just because of a play that was literally with no pressure involved from the other team.
No pressure.
There's no pressure because there can't be.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's what his argument is.
But
so
the big difference is if Raya is playing Gabriel the ball,
He
Gabriel has the ball in the box
He
now. He now has to play the ball out of the box without touching with his hand.
I don't know, but I don't know if you. The thing is, if you
but
notice,
that goes either way.
yeah, it goes out
Now
there.
that no one can touch it with their hands if it's played.
Okay, but
So what do you think? What just
no,
happened?
no, no, no.
I know,
no, no.
but
if you
his
notice,
his argument is that there is no pressure in the play from the opposing team. So why should it be given as a
but
pen?
if Raya's passing the ball to Gabriel, ball's in play, he
You
passes
understand.
him the ball. Gabriel now has the ball in his foot.
Thank
now
you,
there's
JP.
pressure in the play. He has the ball in the
There's
box.
no pressure in the play.
What do you
There's
mean?
no pressure.
There's no pressure in the play.
If you, and
He
if you
has
go,
the ball
no,
in
no,
the box.
shh.
He can get pressured. Can he
Yeah,
not?
If you go
but-
look at
but-
if you go with the play when Riot passed to Gabriel,
Yeah.
who's the striker of that game? I'm blanking out. Kane didn't even know what was going on.
What do you mean didn't know?
He didn't pressure. When Gabriel went to go walked over to get the ball,
Yeah.
he was not even in the box by that time.
Because by that point he put his hand on the ball and Kane gets a
No,
penalty.
No, the ball rolled quite a bit. He could have been in the box by that time.
So,
What do you mean
so
the ball rolled
answer
quite a
this.
bit?
So,
That was
Yes,
so
it
fast.
No. it wasn't.
so what if Raya gave him the pass the ball to him with the whistle blown already?
Yeah.
But he didn't touch his hand. That he used his foot to place the ball back onto the line and then took it that way. And let's say Kane comes to pressure him,
Yeah, the ball's in play.
and then Raya says like, oh no, sorry. If Gabriel's like, what the hell? Like I'm still taking the free kick. You think the ref would have called it or called it off?
The ball's in play.
But do you think the ref still would have blown his whistle saying no, like let him take the goal kick because the Raya pass was not considered as the goal kick?
They would They would have
It's
called it. They
hypothetical.
would have said goal kick.
How do you know?
They 100%. They're not gonna. If this is a Champions League quarterfinal, they're not gonna let something stupid like that ruin a game. Like even JP's agreeing. We'll go pick knowledge now first. Not sure if it's the camera angle or what, but James or Hummels.
Hey, man.
Vamos.
And then JP says, I never agree with Chris,
That's
but
crazy.
I'm with him on this
Damn,
one.
bro, never.
Bayern wasn't attacking. They weren't denied a goal scoring opportunity. Facts.
Yeah,
This game would have been gone if given.
this game would have been gone.
The game's gone.
Game-
The
if
game's
it's not
sorry.
that.
The
Yeah.
game's gone if given.
No, I agree. I don't think they should
So
give
then
it.
stop
but I'm
arguing.
saying it's a penalty.
No,
I
of course.
would
In the
Yeah.
papers, it's a penalty,
Yeah,
but at the
I
same
said
time,
that
the
already.
ref still
Yeah.
has the final decision whether to call it or not.
I also
No.
wouldn't have been mad
Yes.
if he did give it.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day,
I would have been pretty mad because then
Why?
that's a shit ref.
You've seen.
But rules the rule.
no, but
Rules
not,
rule,
not,
and-
no,
and
no, no, no. Now
Sure,
answer
bro.
this one because this happens all the time, and I know you guys probably. I don't know what your take on this is, but let's say a team has a penalty, right? And sometimes ref like give this for some reason. I hate this whole rule about this, but if I take a penalty and I miss the net completely, right? But the goalie is off his line before I take it, is that considered as a retake? Even though I completely missed the whole net?
They're gonna give it as a retake.
But why should that be given as a retake?
shouldn't.
If I
the
completely missed the
difference?
whole net. But you know what I mean?
I know the rules are rule, but I'm
So
so
saying
what's the difference?
So then
What's the difference?
rules are rule. He completely missed the net.
He missed the net. There's no goal.
Oh,
But it's a different scenario.
completely
He
different
missed the
scenario.
net.
It's a completely different scenario. Now you're just going off of what he said. It's a completely different scenario.
It's the same. The
No,
rules
it's
are rules,
not.
and
No,
not.
it's not.
Rules are rule. It's a stupid rule. You completely missed the net, but you have to take it again. That's
The
stupid.
rules are rule.
I'm surrounded by
rule.
idiots. I can't handle this. No, it's not. It's not a pen. If you give that as a ref, you're a terrible ref. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be
I
refing.
think they should. I think if the ref gave it, I would have been.
Yeah, but what
okay
if
with
that's
that?
what if that's a Champions League final and because of that the Bayern
You
wins?
see,
Pay attention.
No, you don't give.
Lock
that.
in.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Lock in.
Let's
No,
say,
but
let's
how
say
can you be
no,
mad
no,
at-
no,
no,
I
no, no.
hope,
But let's say that's
this
ex-
happens to Barca.
but
and
let's
you
say-
guys
let's
come
say-
out here the
Lock
answer.
in.
But let's say
How could like Arteta or anyone be mad at that? That's their fault.
Arteta was nervous.
That's what I'm saying. How
They
could you
panned
be
the
mad at
camera
that?
to him, and he was like,
"What's
"Fuck,"
gonna happen after like the what's it called the post match interview? What do you think Arteta would be mad? Like how could they call that? It's impossible. No,
No,
it's
it's
a
a rule.
freaking penalty.
Yeah.
The players weren't focused.
My players
Yeah.
were not focused.
And I
It was
get
a
and I
penalty.
guarantee you, they're not going to run that play anymore.
This deal.
They're not going to run that
You
play
want to
anymore.
bet?
They're not going to run that play anymore.
On
He's
bet?
not going to touch it with his hand.
Okay. Obviously.
Obviously, he's not going to touch it with his hand because why not?
Okay. When did
Why
I
is he
say
gonna
it
touch with
wasn't a
his
pen from the rules? I said it was a pen.
Yeah.
You think I'm saying it's not a pen?
Okay, but why would he not touch it with his hand if it's not going to get
so
called?
are you so the end of the way
You're not
end of the
making
day
sense.
sorry end of the day the final decision was just made because Raya passed the ball with his foot and not his hand.
Yeah, because if you look at
'Cause he played
every
it down and he
other
kicked it.
play, the ball was on his foot. like this. The referee blew the whistle,
Kicks it
and he passes the ball to Gabriel
out of the 6.
out of the
Outside of
6-yard
the
box.
six, ahead of the 6.
Not even
Ahead of the
to
6.
him.
It wasn't even
Ahead
like it
of
was
the
in the
six.
6. It was
No,
in,
I
the
can
ball's in
definitely
play.
see that the ball was put in play, but I still wouldn't give it as a pen.
The ball's in play.
I get it, but I still wouldn't give it as a pen.
Ball's in play.
But you guys are getting mad.
I'm not getting mad.
I think Arteta wouldn't have got mad if it was a
Yes, he
penalty.
would have. Yes, he would have.
How can you get mad? It's the
Bro.
rules.
Yes,
No.
he would have
You're
gone.
getting
He-
more
he-
mad than Arteta would get
He
mad.
would have
if
been
that-
mad at his
that-
players.
No,
Yeah,
he
I would have got
would've
mad at
been
my players. How the fuck you doing that?
Bro,
He would have been mad at
No,
his players.
What did you say? Oh,
He can't get
I'm
mad at
sorry,
the
I
ref.
didn't hear the
Man, Arteta will still argue that, but I'm sure he would say something in the change room like, "Why the hell would you guys do that?"
Yeah.
End of the day, he's still gonna fight for what he
Yeah.
thinks is best
Because
for his team.
he has to have that image that he's backing the team. He has to take the
course.
fall for his team. But at the end of the day, like in the locker room,
was a rule.
Yeah.
and I guarantee you in the locker room, they still got reamed.
Yeah, you guys are fucking lucky.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they were. You saw the look on his face when that
Yeah,
play
he's
happened. He was like, "We got lucky." He knew they 100%
Arsenal
got
fans
lucky.
said we got
Yeah.
lucky.
At
They
the
got
same
lucky.
time, I feel like that's also the reason why they didn't really complain about the Saka penalty at the end of the game because they know they were kind of giving that
Fucking
one.
lucky.
They got a little lucky there, but truly, I think they're not gonna run that play anymore. They're not gonna run that play, and he's gonna handball it like that now. Because I,
Shit.
what do you mean no shit? So okay, so if it happened again, are they calling it as a penalty?
No.
Why?
No, it
So
depends
just
on the
keep
situation.
doing it. No, just
Keep
keep
doing it, yeah.
doing it.
It
Why not
depends
keep
on the
doing it?
situation.
based
I'm
on
not
the
doing
Oh,
it.
I see. Oh no, he's coming to get me.
The situation's always gonna
No,
be.
no, I'm not doing it in a quarterfinal.
starting
where
The
it's gonna-
situation's always gonna be the same.
Okay, like every time I talk.
So what situation does it differ?
Huh?
What situation does
So
it
if
differ?
FA
Like,
Cup
if
FA
they're-
Cup round of 32, it's okay.
No, if it's not a game splitting decision,
What do you
like,
mean?
A game's a game. Every
that should not decide a game. That should not decide a game.
every foul
No.
should be decided. Doesn't matter what.
No, that should not decide a game.
So
Finals
so,
is
so
not.
if the score was 4-0,
Then you could give it sure
why?
because it doesn't decide the game. It
How
doesn't.
horrible. That's
It
a
doesn't
horrible
have.
thought.
A,
I would
Okay.
never want you as my
Okay,
ref.
okay,
You sound
okay.
like Sean Morgan right
that's
now,
a little
bro.
pity call.
Okay,
Yeah, you
okay,
sound like Sean Morgan.
okay, so
Follow the rules.
so it's 4-0. You give them the pity call 4-1.
sure.
Second leg, Bayern go and win 4-0 at home.
Who said it's Champions League?
This is Champions League. We're
I never
talking
said
about.
Champions League. I said what it doesn't
If
mean
anything, Champions League has less of an impact because it's a two-leg
What?
fixture.
What are you talking about?
It's a two-leg fixture.
No, it's a quarterfinals.
2 legs.
But
Every
in the-
game has meaning, and Chris is saying it is relative.
If it's in a one game, if it's a one game and it's not Champions League, if anything, that has more meaning because that one game means everything.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about. I was talking about in a league game when they're winning 4-0. You give it sure whatever.
Why? Why do the
why
rules?
does it matter?
Why do the rules change based on what the
Because
score
it's not
of the
game
game
playing
is?
decision. It's not going to make a difference in the league.
So it should only matter if it's a game deciding decision.
Yes. I never once said it wasn't a penalty. I said, but the rules it is. But if I was a ref, I'm not giving that. And as Dan said, at the end of the day, the ref has to make the final decision.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at the decision.
I am.
Yeah. Either way, honestly, either way,
Man, if Kane
Yeah.
scores that, and who knows? Maybe Bayern's like, you know what? No, that was a stupid penalty. We'll give you goals back. You've seen that before.
yeah. No, I don't know if that
Or
would happen.
Kane would have
but-
just like
that
passed it to the goalie.
No,
that would
Kane,
happen.
Kane would have absolutely bombed in the net, went to the corner,
Kane would have
started
tried to miss. He's like, oh shit!
celebrating.
I can't
Yeah.
miss. I actually can't miss.
Yeah,
this.
his little celebration would have went nuts. All the fans would have been going crazy. No, but I don't know. Either way,
It sets up a good second.
it sets up a good
so,
second leg for sure.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, both teams are probably happy with the 2-2 result. At the end of it,
Happy.
well, at the end of the day, 2-2. I think
Who do you think
Arsenal.
comes out more mad? out of that
I
game?
think 2-2. Everyone's going home pretty happy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think Arsenal could be mad. They
Yeah.
just really got saved. Bayern can't be mad because they're going.
No,
home
I don't know
now.
if it's because Arsenal got saved, but I think at the end of the day, like 2-2, like the game could have been gone at like 3-1, 4-1. They had some chances on the counterattack where they could have easily went down a few more. And then I think Bayern, 2-2, basically you're going into it level, right? Like you can go home and you can win. So I think you're happy about that. But
Mhm.
speaking of another game that went level, Man City versus Madrid.
What a game.
What a
bro.
fucking classic.
What
man.
a game.
I feel like
man.
anytime these two teams play in the Champions League,
New classical.
it's always a classic. Like these two are always going punch for punch, and there's always goals. That's what I love about it. Because man, not for anything, but anytime City play, like low-key, sometimes it can get kind of boring. Like
yeah.
Pep can definitely get in his head. It gets tactical. Like man, you saw that game against Arsenal. You could have fell asleep watching that game.
Mhm.
That could have put you right to bed. But
Chess
this
on
game,
the pitch, bro.
right? City versus Madrid. This was fireworks, man. Like it was banger after banger
Yeah.
after banger after banger, and there could have been more goals too. Like there definitely could have been some more
It
goals,
was-
but
Usually teams like Madrid and Man City are hard to like kind of break down, but they both broke down each other's teams so
Yeah.
easily.
So end to end.
It was so easy how fast Madrid broke down City's defense.
Yep.
It was so easy how City broke
They-
down Madrid's defense every time.
Yeah.
I don't think City did it easily. Like most of their goals were just bangers.
Dude, nah, bro. But Bernardo Silva had a game, bro. He was on
Yeah,
the right
the
side.
Bernardo Silva goal was good. Like, maybe Lunin could have done a little bit better there.
Definitely could have done better.
Right,
Even
could've done
Vini
better.
kind of like ducked away in the wall.
Yeah. I mean, you have that argument there. But I mean, the Foden goal, peach of a goal. The Vardiol goal was honestly a peach of a goal as well. Like, there wasn't a
banger.
deflection there.
They didn't. None of them really broke through. I don't think.
Yeah,
Bef-
to be honest, like a lot of the goals kind of came from. I think maybe the Valverde equalizer was a little bit of a counterattack.
That was a nice goal.
You can say there too, and he was left alone.
Too.
He was left
Every
alone.
single goal was a counterattack from
Madrid
Madrid.
goal was a counterattack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rodrigo's was a full-on counterattack. It was
Yeah.
Vinny gets the ball, one pass with
From the half
Yeah.
and then
and a
boom.
fucking stupid goal.
Yeah, but I think that at the end of the day, that's how teams are most likely going to score against
That's,
City.
I knew how that's
'Cause
how
City are gonna
Madrid
play
was
high.
score.
City
It was
plays
so
with
obvious how
one
they
or
were
two
gonna
center
score.
backs, and if you have
Yeah.
Vinny Rodrigo just
Yeah.
going, then you got Jude trailing them.
Yeah,
You have nothing to worry because their mids barely attacked.
yeah,
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. Or
Is it-
Ancelotti had them set up there.
Is
well,
it kind of? I'm just thinking. Is it kind of scary that City were able to score 3 goals against Madrid and Haaland was getting legit pocketed by Rudiger?
No, it's
Is
not
that a scary? Is that not a scary thought?
No, this is
Not
what
really.
City's always done though.
That's what I'm saying. Like Haaland did nothing that game. What if he goes off next?
He
game?
does. He
Like,
does nothing
didn't
a lot
have-
of games.
I'm saying he didn't. He didn't even have to go off, and City had an amazing performance.
Yeah, and he
That's what
scored
I'm
3
saying.
goals, right?
not for anything, but
saying,
sometimes
isn't it
he
scary? Like-
ghosts in these knockout games.
No, 100%. But I'm saying it's scary that City can do so well without their best.
I mean, they've been
Out
doing it
and out
before,
striker.
right? They were
Yeah,
doing
they've
it
been
before
doing
they
it,
had a
yeah.
number 9.
Yeah.
They're still playing well, right?
Yeah,
So they're used to it.
And it works so well for City because obviously Rudiger has to put that pressure on
Yeah,
Haaland, and then just opens up more.
honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if that's Pep's game plan. He's like, we know that we have the most
Yeah.
dangerous number 9 in the world. We know that all the focus is going to be on him. Okay, let's pretend he's not playing. This
just
is what
play
everybody
around him.
else is going to do. Let's play around him, and you guys are going to be the ones to score. And Haaland's making the sacrifice at the end of the day, right?
Because Haaland was dropping and Rudiger was falling. Rudiger was holding him by the
No,
fucking.
Rudiger had a game, man.
No, he had a
great
really
game.
good game.
Chouameni did too. I mean, other than obviously
Yeah.
that yellow card,
He's
he's
not
going to be
playing next
missing
game.
the next leg.
Yeah.
So
Militao might be back.
Militao
might
might
be,
I
yeah.
think he was on the bench for this
He
one,
was,
right?
yeah.
So I'm sure
How
maybe
long
he'll
did
play
he
in this
out
one.
for?
Didn't
A
ACL,
year.
bro.
Juice him
I
up
know.
with a
How
couple
long did he-
painkillers, and he'll be there.
A year, pretty much.
Yeah, that was an amazing game.
Second leg's gonna be probably
And
even
all
better.
City's goals
Realistically,
were outside the box.
Eh,
That's not a City type of team,
Yeah.
bro.
No.
All they do is score a little
Cross backs,
cross
yeah.
pass.
they
and-
had to. They had no way in because Haaland wasn't their
Yeah.
focal point.
Yeah.
And then Madrid had obviously the Valverde goal and then 2 deflected goals.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. The black magic continues.
Those
For
were
both
horrible
teams.
goals.
For
man.
both
I'm
teams,
sorry.
though.
No, those are bad.
2
goals.
deflections, though,
Bro,
man.
Bro, Madrid
Horrible deflection.
Madrid had a wall that wasn't set up, and Lunin, who wasn't paying attention, and Bernardo just passed it into the net for a free kick.
Yeah.
Like that's black magic too. Like
No, it was a good goal, but I think maybe it's just like a lack of concentration,
yeah,
right? I think from Luna at the end of the day, and no, but I think at the end of the day, 3-3 was
I think that's
it was
perfect.
a fair result. It was a great result. It was an entertaining game, and I think like all eyes on the next leg. I think City are going to be happy to have it at home, right? In the
Oh, yeah.
second leg.
This is where Madrid knocked them out last time though.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess now my question is, and I think I forgot to ask this question for the last game
Didn't
too.
also City destroy Madrid?
I don't know if it was
Last
the
season?
second leg.
Didn't they
of-
beat them like 5-1?
No,
I think they might have still.
I think it was
5-1. No,
They had one game where
I-
they
I-
thumped them pretty good.
I think the commentators were saying that it was like 5-1. So either way.
I don't remember. But I don't know. This is a different Madrid. Last year's Madrid was completely different to this year's Madrid.
Yeah, because they got Jude.
Yeah, because now they have Jude.
Kind of goes to this game, though.
No, he did.
He did
No,
great.
Meanwhile,
no,
Philip-
No, he didn't do what he
Philip
usually does.
Walter
As
Foden
I
went
said-
No,
off,
no, he didn't
bro.
do not
He
do
did
what
not
he
go.
usually
Stop
does.
comparing Foden with Jude Bellingham. They're different position players.
How?
How? One of them's attacking, the other's from box to box.
Jude's pretty attacking, bro.
Yeah, but
sees
he also
positioning
coming
on
to
the pitch.
defend.
bro.
Sees positioning on the
Okay, but he's a midfielder. Jude's playing winger.
Well, there was sometimes where Vinny and Rodrigo.
Oh,
were
but I don't
more
care.
deeper
But
than
he's a
Bellingham.
midfielder. He has to
Bro.
drop more. He has less opportunities to be on the ball, not like Foden does.
And also, don't
Foden
tell me,
drops.
I don't know about
The
that,
whole
bro.
Messi,
Oh
the
my
whole Man
gosh.
City team drops.
Stop it.
don't tell
Stop
me
it.
Jude
Stop.
ghosted though. He did not ghost.
Yeah, I
I
think
didn't say I don't think he ghosted. I think his level was not as usual.
No. He had a
But
good
again,
game.
because he didn't score.
Just
Yeah,
because
he
he
had a
wasn't
good
he didn't have a 10-10 game. You guys are like he ghosted.
His link-up
Well,
play
everyone's-
was elite. His defending was elite. His work rates were elite. Yes.
Yeah,
He did not have
He
a
had,
bad
he had a
game.
good
City's
opportunity.
midfield was-
Then he
was
almost
running through that mid.
didn't he
sometimes.
drop freaking Ruben Diaz and almost scored there too?
Yeah, he had a good game. He had a good game. I think his role in that game was to link up. Like they knew at the end of the day,
Just pace.
our best chance of scoring is let's utilize our wingers. Let's break behind the team.
He's not gonna play as a
Who's
striker
gonna
against
link
City.
up? Who's going to link up? It's going to be Jude. Jude's going to have to be the guy to link the play, and I think he did a good job there. I think if he scored a goal, everyone would have been glazing him. Obviously, same thing with Foden, right? If he didn't score that goal, Foden ghosted. He's been killing it in the Premier League, but Champions League he can't do it. It's always the narrative, right?
Look
If
too
you're
much on
scoring,
stats.
right? But I think at the end of the day, like if you look past the stats, I think Bellingham had a good game. He played his role, and I think honestly, like next game is probably when he's going to score.
I think
He's going to
Kovacic-
have that big goal, arms out.
Mhm.
Winner,
Kovacic
probably.
and Rodri had a good game.
Yeah, Kovacic I think
They were
had a
linking
great
up
game.
Really nice.
Obviously, missing
so
De,
simple.
missing De Bruyne late on is a huge
What's
miss.
new?
Bro, we gotta talk
What-
about that.
What's
man.
new, man?
Missing the game because of what? Sickness.
He's feeling sick.
Usually that's something we hear about like during the game, like I was sick and so I had to get subbed off early. But before the game, that's a new one for De Bruyne. Man's ducking the smoke against Madrid, man.
I've been saying this. He's not this elite player that we all think he is.
No,
He
he's
missed-
elite. It's just
Nah,
mentality is
he's elite.
off.
He's elite when he doesn't need to be elite. Like he needs to be elite in these games that mean something. He's never there. He's never there to show his eliteness.
But is he playing the second leg?
he better.
Maybe that's again, Pep's just playing chess while everyone.
That's not my game. You don't
come
bench.
on, bro. You don't
Hey.
bench one of
De
your best
Bruyne.
players like that.
Hey, you were saying about Haaland.
And
Why not?
we've known De Bruyne's been doing this before. Like this isn't the first time.
But look what happened when he came on after that injury. That the game he came on after he went off. Didn't he have like?
Against Dookie ass team.
Yeah, but still,
Still immediate impact.
he
That's what I
has
said.
immediate
In games
impact.
that they don't need him to be elite, he plays elite.
Bro,
Like
he's got immediate impact. You can't say. he
I
doesn't.
couldn't care less.
Of course you don't. You want Madrid to win.
No, I don't. I don't care who wins.
you hate
this.
Barca, bro.
So you're saying Madrid takes it the second leg?
Me? I'm gonna say. Shit, that's tough.
City's winning.
I'm gonna say Bayern take the second leg and Madrid take the second leg.
Yeah, see, Chris, bro. KDB banged against Madrid last season. He already had 2 goals.
This is not last season, JP. We're talking about this season.
All right. I don't know, I got
City.
I got Madrid, man.
I got City.
Madrid
Madrid
got the
fan.
UCL DNA, man. I
You
feel
know
like
what?
something's gonna happen in that lineup for City, and
Oh, I want
Gonna
to
have
know a
another-
classical final.
You know
Be
what?
perfect.
No.
Matt's been saying some like crazy outlandish things, and it's always been on the reverse. Like, he's always saying Barca's gonna lose.
hey,
and
reverse
then
jinx,
Barca
bro.
wins.
Reverse jinx.
So yeah, I think he's reverse jinxing right now, which is good. Thanks, bro.
No, I just. No.
No, I got Madrid. Sorry,
Madrid fan.
I got City winning, man. At home, KDB plays. Obviously, they were last season's Champions League winners, so they're gonna have to come hard. At the end of the day,
Pardon?
they're both fighting for the league and they're both fighting for the UCL. So it's not like, they both have to come hard. But I think City really have to show off because they won last year's. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
City's
back to
gonna
back,
win.
eh?
I think City's gonna win this one.
Yeah, I think both teams are obviously gonna have to go for it. Me personally, I think Madrid.
Madrid.
I think Madrid are gonna take it. Madrid and I think Madrid and Bayern, I think take it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I think that obviously City now have that little bit of UCL pedigree, but I think I don't know, man. There's just something about Madrid, like they were able to rally back every single time in this game, right? And I think that's huge. Like even against the run of play, they were able to find a way to do it. And I think it's going to be the same thing in Manchester. I think in Manchester City are going to press more. They're going to press higher. They're going to want to have a dominant performance at their home ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I think low key that might play into Madrid's hands, right? Because they have those wingers, they have those quick players that they can counter with. I think Kyle Walker's a big loss,
Oh yeah.
right? I think Kyle Walker in that game is probably marking Vinny,
Yeah.
right? The majority of the game, and that maybe makes a difference because he has that recovery speed. So I think at the end of the day, that might come back to bite them. And like, what's good with Ederson? Like, what's he saying? Is he back? Like,
Still injured, bro.
he's on the bench.
I don't think crazy too.
Did you say Ortega's
Yeah, but
better
he's not
than
fully
Ederson?
fit.
Yeah, he might
To
be.
be honest, Ortega got lucky because a lot of those shots went right to him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like Vinny cutting in or
He got
cutting in.
unlucky too.
Unlucky. No, I think that's what he meant. Unlucky.
He got unlucky, but also lucky because there
Oh,
was
you're
like
saying-
there was
okay, I
like
see what you're
5
saying.
shots that just went legit right to him.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
Yeah, but same thing with Lunin too. Some shots just went
Yeah,
right to him.
that's true.
But at the end of the day, like I
It
think,
wasn't the game for the goalies.
yeah, it definitely wasn't. Like there was like weird bounces, deflections.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely an unlucky one. But no, I think it's going to be a classic at the end of the day. I probably not going to be a crazy goal scoring game. I think they got all the goals out in the first one.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what people are saying about the first leg, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
maybe.
think it's gonna be a lot of goals too.
a lot of
so-
goals. I don't
I
know.
think once
Hopefully, it's a lot of goals.
One of them scores first, bro. They have to go right
yeah,
away.
I'm down for a lot of goals. I personally think we need Haaland to step up in this one. If you're City, you need your 9 to score, and I think if you're Madrid, you want to see Jude kind of take over the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, that's what you need in this one. I think Vinny is probably gonna have a big part to play as well.
See what Roy Keane said about Haaland? He's a world-class striker, but he's a League 2.
No.
What his technical ability is League 2.
Oh, it's crazy.
So like
That's
that's
crazy.
4th division England. If you guys were wondering what League 2 is,
Damn. Is he spitting, though?
No,
maybe League 1.
Spitting
League One?
trash.
Championship level, maybe?
No, he's
No.
he's Prem level, but like he's not like an elite. He's not elite.
What do you expect him to do?
No, he's a top. He's a top.
Tell me what. Give me a striker in the world right now that would have done anything other than what
Lewandowski.
Vinny would do. And him. Excuse me.
Don't get me.
You're
bricked
telling me
up right now.
Lewandowski would have stepped up in that game and scored a goal or something?
The way he played against PSG.
Okay,
He
but what
didn't
about
need
the
to
rest of the
score.
season?
But that's not on him though.
No.
That's Barca just not.
I'm sorry, but I don't think
Giving him
anyone
the
in the
ball.
world can do what he did, considering how the way Rudiger was
No,
playing
I
that
agree
game.
with him, bro. Lewandowski is just not getting.
Brother,
service.
2 weeks ago, you guys were crying saying that I want that guy out of my club, and now
I've
out of
never
nowhere.
said this once.
No, that's more the Machados.
I've never said this one. I'm saying he's getting disserviced.
Yeah.
What can Lewandowski do that Haaland couldn't or could have been able to do or didn't do this game?
Everything was going through him.
He
We'll
was
talk
c-
about Barcelona.
Yeah, we'll talk. They're
No,
really
but-
up next.
Don't
No,
worry.
but seriously, no, but
Tell you what,
what could have
Link
Lewandowski
up
done?
play,
Link up play
first
was
touch,
crazy.
No, but
creating space
in
for
the
his
game against
teammates.
Madrid, if Lewandowski was in Haaland's position,
This right here.
His hair.
No, let's be honest. Lewandowski has a mentality and knows where to be. He's a better striker.
And,
Okay.
and do we think Lewandowski gets bullied by Rudiger like Haaland?
No,
did?
he's not. I'm sorry, he's not.
Like he got.
I understand.
bullied.
I understand. Haaland's strong, but it again, Lewandowski has the knowledge, the mentality. He's a better striker mentally. He's gonna put himself in better positions.
but at the same time, you
We've
can't
seen
even
it in the
compare. You
game
can't
against
compare the
PSG.
way that Madrid wasn't this. Weren't you guys saying like this is the like second time or like the first time in like how many games that they've been scored on outside the box and they scored all 3 goals outside the box this game?
Yeah.
Isn't that probably because the defense was sitting a bit back more considering that Haaland was in that box,
100%.
which gave the other players more opportunity to score goals and take those chances outside the box? I'm sure Madrid probably sit a little bit higher in top of their box when they're being pressured by a team. But since Haaland is in there, they have to drop. Rudiger's going to follow him. He's not going to leave him alone. He knows that in space, Haaland can do whatever he can, and the players are going to give him the service that he's needed. But the defense is sitting back. Guardio's scoring. Foden's getting those open chances.
Yeah.
Hello.
But no one's saying. Everyone agrees with you. Yeah.
The difference. No,
No
Haaland's
one's not agreeing with me. You just said Lewandowski could have done anything different.
Haaland's a,
What, 'cause you would've scored a goal?
We agree with you that
he
obviously
wouldn't.
Madrid's defense has to stay back.
he doesn't. I don't know. I don't think Lewandowski would score a goal either. I think
No, I don't.
his ability to link up play is way better than Haaland.
But there is literally another 6 players on that pitch that can do the link-up play for Haaland.
Yeah, but if you bring
Even last season, whoever was playing striker, Gundogan, sure, but he was part of the link-up play, but he wasn't scoring the same amount of goals as Haaland. No.
because Haaland. Now you figure out Haaland.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different games.
I know, but having 10 players to link up or 9 players to link up, it makes a big difference.
Haaland can link up.
Not like Lewandowski though. Lewandowski literally drop back, beat a player, pass the ball.
What does,
Yeah.
What does Pilka Nojna say?
That's a different. At the end of the day, you're comparing Barca and City. If you put Lewandowski in the City team, he's probably not going to do that because, like Dan said,
No,
you have
100%,
literally the
it's
whole
different.
City team who's there pressuring and not letting
Okay, but
Madrid get
It's
out.
different. I'm just thinking about
So
this
you-
game.
you
This
need
game
someone-
alone.
talking about
I'm
only
just
this
talking about this
game.
game. I understand everything else. Talking about this game alone, the
No.
way
I'm talking about too.
the way this game went.
Yeah.
Obviously,
You don't
theoretically, it
you
would
don't
have
want
been a
your
different game.
you don't want your striker dropping back in this game. Why is your striker going to drop back where you have 8 other guys?
Why would you
And
want?
then the whole Madrid defense can step up and you can't. What are you going to do? Who are you going to play the ball into?
So you're
Your
right.
striker who's playing at the middle of the field.
Okay, yeah, fair.
At the end of the day, in this game,
You have to stretch the
Haaland
pitch.
did what he
Haaland
had to
wasn't
do.
making runs either.
You
He
don't
wasn't
have to
stretching.
make runs. What runs is he making
Okay,
though?
then what would
Haaland did what he had to do. He
did he do?
he sacrificed himself for the betterment of the team.
And what did he do the whole game though? He was
Dude,
dropping
this
back.
this is
he was
making runs.
literally playing on Rudiger.
He wasn't making runs though. You're saying like he
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Make a run offside?
As I'm saying, you're saying
If he makes a run offside, then the defense is going to step
you're
up. We don't need to mark
you're
him
saying
anymore.
Man City don't need a striker that would drop in or go in
For
To
what?
drop back,
to drop back.
to
So you-
receive the ball.
Yeah.
So you're telling me
So
if
they also didn't need someone who made a run. So what was Haaland doing? Just staying right beside the defender.
He's a
the whole
threat.
time?
he's dropping
You know he's
them.
a threat. Dude, if Haaland makes a run behind Rudiger, he's offside. Rudiger's going to be like, okay, you can stay offside. I don't need to be here. They're going to step up. If Haaland's staying with him the whole time, the only thing Rudiger's thinking about is when is this fucker going to make a run? That's all he's thinking about. It's a mind game. And now all of a sudden, because he's now thinking about Haaland, other players can make the runs. Other players can shift the ball. Other players can create and score, like we saw. At the end of the day, if you have Lewandowski dropping back or another striker dropping back or even Haaland dropping back, Vardiol is not going to be in that much space on the top of the box. Your left center back.
Neither is Foden by himself. Considering that Bruno was the one who laid it off to him. Was it Bruno? Sorry, not Bruno. Bernardo, the one
Yeah.
that laid it off to
If
him.
your striker's dropping back, your striker's going to be probably sitting literally right where Foden scored that goal.
Foden had so
and
much
you're not going
time.
to have that opportunity. The only reason why Foden had that much time at the top of the box is because Haaland's occupying the rest of the defense in the middle of the penalty box
Literally in
because
the
they're
six.
thinking, when is this fucker going to make a run and tap the ball in the net like we've seen him do so many times. Just because he didn't score, just because he didn't have crazy amount of chances, just because he wasn't making darting runs in behind every time, doesn't mean he didn't
So
support
was
the
that
team.
their play then for Haaland just to
It's
do that?
literally what I
Probably.
said. Literally what I said like 10 minutes ago. I said at the end of the day, Pep knew what he had to do this game. He said, we're going to use Haaland as a decoy, right? The whole defense is going to think about Haaland the whole time. The rest of the team can score. What happened? Rudiger literally wouldn't leave Haaland alone the whole game, but look who scored. The three other players on the team.
It's hard to think that though.
Why?
It's the top goal scorer of your team.
Well, no,
I-
it's not hard to think
I
that.
understand
It's
now.
it's
No,
hard
I
to it's hard to
understand,
But
think
is
that.
that really
makes-
the outcome that what happened? Was that really Pep's plan, or was that just a situation? of-
Realistically,
That's
no,
it.
knowing how Pep overthinks, that was probably Pep's plan.
Hey,
All
who
I'm
knows?
saying is, I think if Lewandowski was in that position, just IQ mentality.
But what? They would have scored. They would have won the game.
So what's
I'm
what's
just saying.
what's Lewandowski going to do?
Look at what Puyol. No,
Yeah.
I'm not the only one saying this, bro.
I'm not-
Lewandowski's
no,
a better footballer than Haaland.
I
He would have
agree.
made a difference.
I agree that
I'm not the only one.
I agree that Lewandowski's a better footballer than Haaland. but,
JP.
but in this game, you know
Who
that
says he would have made a difference.
How would he have made a difference, bro? Horsland has the same more UCL goals than Lewandowski.
Bro,
And
it's
who's in the
hard to
final?
compare how one player played against one team, completely different team, than another player played against a completely
and it's
different
also
team.
hard to compare a player who's 34, 35, 36 playing completely different than he did when he was 20, 21, 22.
JP, all I read from that whole sentence is United got knocked out of the group stage.
That's crazy.
That's the first thing.
That is kind of crazy too. But no, at the end of the day, I think Haaland played his part. At the end of the day, like, you're putting your team before yourself, and that's what Haaland did in this game, right? At the end of the day, like, they still came out 3-3. They had a good chance of winning that game as well. And I think honestly, like, if the team plays better with Haaland out without Haaland scoring, I think he's okay with winning another Champions League.
It's a big if, right?
Right? Yeah. Right, but I think at the end of the day, if anything, that shows maturity in his game.
Haaland
Haaland
cannot
can-
play his back to the goal, diagonal run merchant.
Yeah, he loves a good diagonal
He's a
run.
Dortmund fan too, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, at the end of the day, the way Haaland plays for City is much different than he played for
Yeah,
Dortmund,
for sure.
right? When he was playing for Dortmund, you can see he can link up the play. He literally linked up the play against City. I don't know if you guys remember the
I
Marco
remember.
Reus goal.
Yeah.
Jude into Haaland, literally with his back to goal, playing a first-time pass in to Royce to score. He can play link up, but at the end of the day, it's a different style of play, right? Very different style of play.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's also not anybody really making those runs. Like, no one's playing a 1-2 with Haaland and making a run beyond him. When did you ever see that happening in the game? It's not because he can't do it. It's just not part of their play style.
Grealish ain't doing that.
We'll see next league how
Yeah.
they turn out.
Yeah.
How they change things up because they're definitely not going to be both playing the same style.
Well, they might, dude. They might just say,
I-
fuck it, we'll go
No,
for
I
it.
think
We'll have
they're
another
gonna do
classic.
something.
And
Madrid
honest-
might play same style.
honestly, dude, I can see this one going to extra time.
I hope so.
This one
Depends,
has
maybe.
120
This goes to
minutes written
pens.
all over it, dude.
I just hope it's fun to watch.
120 minutes, like a little Oscar Bob action. Like I'm ready for
Oscar
it.
Bobby.
I'm ready for that one. But yeah, I think moving on to
Let's move on to
the
these
next
two
set of
teams.
games, we have the Brats here. Yeah,
How dare you come into my house wearing a PSG jersey? You know, you're gonna get freaking
You
I'm
have
kind of
to.
messed up.
You have one
knowing
in
you're
your
gonna get
closet.
destroyed right now, though.
I'm not a PSG fan. Go
Okay,
ahead.
but what are you gonna say that? Why are you wearing a PSG?
So why
jersey?
specifically
Because
today?
my
you
team's
wore
not
it?
in the Champions League. So,
So why are you trying to? You're
Why,
trying,
why not wear a team that's in the Champions
you
League?
trying to burn us or something? Like, what are you trying to do?
I'm not a PSG fan. I don't care
So
about
why are
PSG.
you wearing it? That's so disrespectful.
Bro, I just said it's my only jersey that's in the Champions League.
Yeah, don't you have a Bayern jersey?
No, I gave that to Malf. He kept it.
Gave it away, of course. Figures.
No, I gave it to wear for a game. He just never gave it back.
Well,
Tigers.
anyway, enough with the excuses. Barca 3, PSG 2 at the Parc des Princes.
The Parc de France.
Away for Barca, huge result. Honestly, probably not one that a lot of people expected, right? I know those with ball knowledge knew that Barca was going to win this one.
I did.
Right? A lot of people were backing PSG, Mbappe, this, that, and the other. But
Who?
in this
Mbappe
one,
where?
to be honest, man, like not for anything, but Xavi got the game plan right in this one when it came to marking Mbappe, right? He had, that trio of players that were basically following him anywhere he went.
Mm-hmm.
And Xavi said, Mbappe's not going to beat us. If we're going to lose, it's going to be because someone else steps up.
Yeah.
And honestly, it worked. Like straight up, like Dembele scored, sure. Didn't really do much beyond that. Asensio didn't do much.
And he only scored when he went to the striker position.
Yeah, other defenders who kind of went around didn't really do too much.
They kind of played for when I first saw the lineup, I got scared.
PSG's lineup?
No, that was
No,
a
when I
shit
saw the
line.
lineup in general, both lineups, I got scared.
Why?
Mbappe wasn't on the left. We had Koundé and we had Sergio Roberto on the right side, so his side.
Yeah.
Why
I thought he
why are you worried?
Sergio
I
Roberto
was
is
worried
good,
because
man.
the pace, bro.
Pace of what?
of Mbappe, pace and power.
Who?
Mbappe.
Dude, you literally, who else are you going to play right back?
I'm just saying.
Who are you going to play right back?
I know we can't play anyone else right back, but you can't say that it's not scary. What?
If anything, that's less scary. I would rather have Koundé there than like,
What are you saying?
who else are you going to play right back?
I'm
Bro,
just.
if
He's
it's
just
not
saying
Koundé.
he's scared of Mbappe.
No,
just
but he
scared.
said he was scared when he saw the lineup. Whoever you would have put there, you still would have been scared.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so why is
what's
the
your
lineup
comment
matter?
then?
My comment is that's two slow guys against one of the best players in the
Who's
world.
slow?
So
Koundé's kind of slow.
Like you just want to start arguments.
No, but
Koundé's slower than Mbappe.
okay, but,
Obviously.
Roberto's slower than Mbappe.
but this is
and in
argument.
any day,
When I
Mbappe
saw the
could
lineup,
destroy
I
them
got
both.
scared, bro. Whoever you put on the pitch, you still get scared. It's Mbappe.
Yes, but at least.
So what?
I would have
So
had
what?
anyone else there but Roberto.
Who else?
De Jong
No,
or someone else.
Roberto
You're gonna have
was
De Jong
good.
play right
De
back.
Jong was playing.
Right center mid.
Why would
Oh,
you put
Ro-
De Jong?
you
Sergio
can't-
Roberto. If
don't-
anything, you want Sergio Roberto there because he's experienced.
Yeah, don't tell me you guys
No,
would have taken off Roberto. He played
I
good.
said, do you know what I said when I first saw the lineup? I got
Mhm.
scared because sometimes Roberto has a good game. Sometimes he just falls off completely off the world.
I don't know, man.
But this game,
What's your captain?
Xavi played it well. He was smart, and just like you said, how Rudiger played with Haaland, that's how Koundé and Roberto played with Mbappe. They didn't make him. They didn't make him have time to make runs behind.
Yeah,
They're always like, they weren't stepping in. They were holding back so he couldn't make those runs in. So
Koundé's a good defender. I wouldn't be worried.
Koundé's
No,
been
with,
playing.
with
Koundé's
pace,
been
he is kind
playing.
of slow, but
He is slow, but Koundé's been playing smarter now. I think he's.
no, it's because he's playing his actual best position. Like I said this months ago, that he should not be playing
It's
center
'cause
back
also
at
sometimes
Araujo.
Koundé goes in. This game he was so conservative. He just waited until
Yeah,
Mbappe
he knew what he
did
had
a
to do.
move.
And it also helped that Araujo was behind them.
Araujo's are behind him too.
Yeah, no, they
But man,
they played it well.
What a start of a game. Man.
Yeah, man. Fantastic performance overall. Xavi definitely outcoached Enrique this game. Even the subs.
Enrique sucks.
Yeah,
Even the subs made a difference. Like we saw Felix come on, held the possession, didn't do too much.
Oh my
Pedri
gosh.
on his
Oh
first
my
touch,
gosh.
absolute beautiful dink ball to Rafinha. Scuffed the shot, but still went in. Beautiful nonetheless.
Shot still.
Rafinha with his first and second goal ever in the Champions League, rocking the new braids too, bro. Man was feeling himself,
Neymar, bro.
Man was feeling himself, right? But this game was great, man. It was great. I think as a neutral, I think you guys could agree that it was a good
Yeah.
game overall too.
I was going crazy.
I'm surprised how invisible Mbappe was that game. How well
that was
Koundé
bad.
played.
Kubarsi.
Because Kubarsi as well, man.
he's
17 years old, brother.
Mbappe tried to move over to Kubarsi's side and just
Yeah.
got, again.
The thing is, like
Covered.
Kubarsi, I feel like isn't getting much in the spotlight as Yamal, obviously because he's not an attacker, and the defensive portion of the game isn't too looked at as much.
I don't know.
I don't
dude.
think Yamal did anything in that game either.
Kubarsi's
No,
got a
I'm
lot
saying
of.
sub out.
He's been getting a
Sucked.
lot of praise.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah.
if he was an attacker,
Deserved, but-
his name would be mentioned
No,
a lot
yeah,
more, right?
He
Oh, yeah.
he could
100%.
surpass Araujo, in my opinion. I think he's like that
Yeah.
talented.
But yeah, man, just Barca are lucky to have two teenagers absolutely playing amazing. Yamal obviously didn't have the best
Mhm.
game. A little
Yamal
some
was-
rash decisions, but
His decision making was
his passing did kind of lead up to Rafinha's first goal, that outside boot, right? And then end up falling to Rafinha's feet. But man, overall, good game, man. I'm just, bro, Dembele. I got one thing to say, Dembele, bro.
you
Absolute waste, man. This guy, bro, Barca coddled, protected this guy for 6 seasons.
We had fans like Jay just riding their
Glazing
meat.
him.
They
I
wore
remember,
the shirts when he was injured.
huh?
They wore his shirt when he was.
I was
injured.
about to say, bro. One
Messi
season,
wore
I
it.
can't remember which season, bro.
Yeah,
They're-
you're right.
the Animo Dembele jersey, bro. They're
That was
all-
wild.
Messi was
Animo,
wearing
not
the-
Animo.
You just hurt, bro.
Dembele was wearing the.
He just
sorry,
had a hurt
Messi-
ankle, dude. Yeah.
Messi and the whole team were wearing the
Bro,
Dembele kits, bro.
I don't care who it is though. If that guy hasn't scored a goal in how many games, he should be allowed to celebrate, and especially the goal like that.
That's
No,
crazy
man.
right there.
Dude,
That's the
it's-
craziest thing I've
it's
ever
a
heard.
little
Against
bit-
your former team
But I don't care, man.
that
It's a little bit-
protected you,
that's
coddled you. Xavi
7
Hernandez
years.
backing you, saying Dembele is the
Dembele
biggest
was-
difference maker at Barcelona, and then you go against your old
Was he
team
or
and
was
you
he
do
not?
that?
Was he or was he not?
Dembele was
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Was he or was he not at Barcelona? Whatever Xavi said
difference
was
maker?
One season.
whatever
The last
Xavi said
season.
about him, was it not
The last
facts?
The last season, yes.
Okay,
The last season.
so
What's the other
So
six?
what?
I'm just saying if his career's reviving, he scored a goal which he hasn't scored in how many games? Like let the man celebrate.
But this is against your former team, bro. He
don't
was there
care.
for 6 seasons. And the amount of time he was injured and Barca protected him, the coaches protected him, everyone protected him,
It's football, man.
and then he just goes and does
I don't
that?
think it's protection. I think it's more the fact that you guys spent that much money on him. You guys can't let him go that easily.
Not just that, man.
You guys would. I don't think you guys would have.
What do you mean?
No.
I mean,
Like,
no, it's not.
Bro, like no one was really against him in the club, bro. Like everyone showed him support, and for him just to do
No
that,
one- yeah.
that's waste man activity.
That's all you can do is show the guy support. Considering that how much you spent for him, you can't just not let him
Come
let him
on,
go.
bro. You could have easily discarded him and said, "Oh, we don't care about him. We don't care about
he
him."
was
but-
gonna leave until Xavi legit called him and said, "I want you." You're
Yeah,
gonna be
bro.
the
Like
part of
Xavi
my
was doing his absolute best
Best
to try to get him to
keep him.
stay, and he does that, bro.
team." And then he stays and he does that.
He left for on a free, right?
The amount of videos I've seen of like Spanish,
Or did it pay?
Spain
60.
media, Barcelona media, everyone just like roasting Dembele, saying you better not show
Obviously.
your face. Everyone better like
I mean,
whistle
better
when you
not
come.
show his face.
Everybody better whistle when he comes back to Spain.
Obviously, they're gonna do that anyway.
Certified waste man, bro. That's all I gotta
No,
say.
Yeah.
they're going at him.
Me personally, I don't agree.
Nice goal though.
I don't agree with it.
It wasn't his
Um,
goal.
Celebrating?
Yeah, I don't think he should have celebrated like that. Like it,
Come on,
was,
that was next
come on.
level.
it wasn't that he just like went like did like a little.
Nah, bro.
He went
Arms
off,
stretched
dude.
out, bro.
Yeah.
Arms stretched out,
Yeah.
celebrating.
I understand. Okay, yeah, and then afterwards, just like, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then a little
Yeah.
like something like
Like
that.
yeah, a little
But this
let's
guy,
go, and then
nothing.
the little apology.
Yeah,
and
I would've been
celebrate
cool
with
with
the
that.
teammates. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But that was crazy.
Bro, he's a French man.
Yeah, he doesn't care at the end of the day.
All I
But
gotta say is Rafinha has more goals at the Parc des Princes this season than Dembele.
This whole season.
to be honest, that's
Hold
that's
that.
that's a wild stat.
Hold
and,
that.
and I'm glad you brought that up. So, what do you guys think about Rafinha in this game? This is kind of this is the Rafinha that I think Matthews has been preaching for the last year or so that nobody else saw.
It's facts, man.
This is the Rafinha I've never seen. And
Bro, he's
on
been
the-
doing it, bro. He's been scoring in big games.
Why
bro.
why haven't you seen this Rafinha? Is
I
it because
just-
you're not watching the games?
No, come on. You can't say this has been the Rafinha we've seen. This
Bro.
was his best game.
The thing is, like, Rafinha's a weird player. Like, he could like play like
Brazilian.
garbage and just randomly pop up with a goal or assist, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying. This was his best game so far.
but he
in
played
his Barcelona
amazing.
Career.
He played amazing, bro. And the thing about Rafinha is like he's so relentless. Like, he'll come back and track on
Yeah,
defense,
100%.
and like he's going back forward to attack too, right?
What's crazy about Rafinha, to be honest, is that like in like 2 or 3 games, Matt's gonna want his head and get this guy to my club.
You think it was
Bro, I
the
backed him, bro. The only like negative thing I've said about him is if an offer came for him, I'd sell him because of the
Which means
No,
what?
because of the
Which means
state-
what? Which
beca-
means what?
because of the state of the club.
you killed
That's
me.
why.
Bro.
No.
You killed me, bro.
But besides that, bro,
You
Rafinha
can't
is
say that.
he's needed. What do you mean?
I was still so
Okay.
But,
Okay,
like,
let me
he
read,
had
let me
a
read the,
good
let me
game.
read the
This was his
comments here.
best
Let
game.
me read the
Great
comments here.
Araujo's a monster.
Araujo's
He's
a
so
monster.
good, bro.
Diaconon's saying, isn't it Barca's fault for giving him the buyout contract? Certified poorly run club.
Yeah, for sure. They're a poorly run club.
Run club,
But even
yeah,
then, how you gonna go against your own club, like your former club, like
Yeah,
that,
bro. Come on.
Like,
I'd understand if he did that at the Camp Nou, but PSG was at home. I
bro,
allow
I'm
it.
not allowing
Yeah,
that,
I
bro.
mean,
I'm not
that
allowing
makes
that.
sense.
And I was shite.
And bro, that was the
I see
goal
that,
that brought them
JP.
2-1, no?
Yeah.
And they still lost.
I see that a little bit, JP. I rate that
Nah,
point.
bro.
I probably still don't like it, but it's a good point you made. But
I don't mind if he celebrated just a little bit less, you know?
yeah. Like if he didn't jump, maybe.
Yeah. Like he
Just
just went.
full on jumped and went like this.
The
He
jump
ran
was
around
crazy. The
felt
jump
like
is
he ran
crazy.
around the whole freaking
Jump's
field.
crazy. The jump's crazy for me. But I think at the end of the day, 3-2 is a good result. I think obviously as a Barca fan,
Mhm.
you're elated.
I'm not happy.
You're not happy?
Not happy.
You're trolling.
What am I missing?
Not happy, bro.
Why?
That's trolling, dude.
Not happy.
Well,
What's
what-
there to
Not
be
happy
happy
till
about?
we win.
What's there to be happy about?
Matthew's
That
not
we
happy.
have
I'm not happy
players-
until we're in the semis. That's what he's gonna
That
say.
we have players stepping up. We also didn't mention one of the most key players of this game that we were talking about before, Lewandowski.
Yeah, he was your best player.
He was the best player of that game.
Yeah.
but
Hands down.
that's the best performance he's had in 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, what a time to show up, I guess, right?
Show up at that time, bro.
And he's gonna go ghost at home.
But I think but I think also that game they were finding him.
He was getting those flick ons.
There hasn't been games before they're kind of finding him.
It's also against
Rafinha was actually playing with him.
It's also against a shit defensive line from freaking PSG, man.
I actually
quarterfinals, bro.
No, I'm
Semifinals,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry,
The
but
PSG,
PSG
bro,
are so like
The semifinals.
their
man.
midfield is so mid. This defense is so mid.
Vitinha had a good game.
Yeah, that's it. And but before his goal, he didn't really do much.
Oh, he had a good game.
Oh, he dominated though.
Did
I think he had like
I could literally
100% pass.
talk-
Marquinhos sucks now. Like
Yeah, he fell
even
right
Teo,
back.
even our not Teo, Lucas, like
Ronaldo was off.
mid.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy?
Beraldo's out.
Beraldo. He got then he got the red card like 2 games ago.
So
when
we've
he was-
named 3 of the 4 backline being
Numenge was decent.
being shit.
Man,
No, Man had a
Man
good
didn't really do
He
much
scared
either
me
going
too.
forward.
On
Yeah.
the left side.
He was good.
They was
going
just
through-
scared all
Okay,
game.
no, but the problem with PSG is they have no shape.
Dude, Fabian was shit too.
Yeah, but
Fabian couldn't do anything with the ball. He was giving it away, and even the opportunities he had to shoot from outside the box, he was like scuffing all the
Yeah.
shots.
they played a 4-2-4 though.
Yeah, but dude, literally
Like, what
only
is that?
threat on that team is literally Mbappe, and you guys did your job in closing him down,
Dembele
and that's
was
why.
the
And
threat, bro.
Dembele, again, if it's not for that goal, he probably would have had. You guys would have said his game was shit.
No, Dembele was cooking, bro. He
Oh,
was
Dembele-
cooking with the crochets, bro.
And especially when he went to striker, he was good.
No, I don't care that PSG team.
No, they're no, as I said, they have no shape.
They're not a strong team. First of all, who do they
No,
face?
tactic. It was a
Can't give
tactic.
Barca-
They have
No,
a
it's
strong
true. They're not a strong team.
Barca was a good team. Never.
No, they did. They did.
Obviously, they don't have Messi and Neymar anymore.
But they-
Obviously, the team's gonna look not as strong as before.
No, but stop talking about
it
Messi
is
Neymar.
kinda
It's not Messi
mid,
Neymar.
to
The
be
last time you guys
fair.
had Messi Neymar was 2 years ago, 3
when
years
you have
ago.
someone like Mbappe, you can't be calling
Okay,
PSG
but
a
I'm
bad
saying
team.
that you guys did the job, which was literally to shut down Mbappe. The rest of the team, you guys literally had to just cycle through, do your job, and you guys won the game.
What was your
That's not that easy, bro.
Yes,
what
it
were
is.
your guys' pregame predictions?
He was
I'll say
saying they were gonna lose.
Yeah.
Matthews always says that though.
I was thinking.
I don't
like a-
trust anything Matthews
Like
says.
a 1-0, 2-1.
Matthews, when he says something, he's just casting like a spell. Matthews, I think, is a little witch.
Plays in the hex, bro.
Play Uno
he's playing
reverse,
X.
bro.
I know
That's
you
what
had
he's
Barca. I
Plays in
think
the
you had
hex.
PSG,
Barca's gonna
and
get
you
their
had
six,
PSG
though.
too, right? So what do you guys
You had
think? You
PSG too?
There's
no,
two
no,
legs.
not me. You had PSG, Dan had PSG, and I know Spatty had PSG. So I'm asking, like, what do you guys think? Like, is it possible for PSG? Obviously, I know
It
it's
is possible. I think it is very
but
possible.
do you guys think
Don't
that?
play.
But at the same time, don't say PSG deserves to be in the finals or is a convincing team throughout the whole Champions League. They almost didn't make it out of the group stage, even though they were in the group of death. Some of their games against some of those teams were poor. Newcastle destroyed them at home too, right? They came up against Real Sociedad. That's not much competition, and when it comes to a head-to-head game. And yeah, Barcelona again, like they had a pretty decent run, but you can't say they're one of the favorite teams in the top 8 right now.
They're one of the favorites to win Champions League.
They're not.
They were.
Yeah, but this
And
is,
they're
this,
not.
it's like
you
saying
can literally
they're
look
Brazil.
at the
not.
betting odds.
But they're
back
not.
then.
Obviously in the betting odds, because like sure,
It's like
the-
Brazil.
Barca were 6th in betting odds. I think PSG were top 3.
Yeah, but it's like saying Brazil is going to win the World Cup.
No, but I think even like if you're looking at their side of the bracket, like those are the 2 strongest teams.
Yeah.
Right?
But but then again, on paper, even going head to head, you guys want to go do XI best 11.
Yeah,
Two
there's a
two
balance
players make it into that team from PSG
To Barca's team?
to the XI best 11. But
maybe.
again, put that Barca team with any other team that's it's in Champions League still. It's a conversation. The PSG team is not strong.
Who's the 2?
Mbappe and maybe Dembele.
I think Numenge.
Not even Dembele because you have Yamal who's probably in better like as a player.
I've
Yeah.
never heard Daniel.
But
give
but say,
praise to Barca. Thanks, bro.
but,
Thanks, brother.
but compare them to any other
Absolutely, brother.
compare them to any other team. It's not. You can't say PSG is like a team that is going to go out there and destroy.
No,
It was
they're-
obviously going to be a good game.
On
Barca's
paper,
just that good, bro.
they
They were
are
favorites to this
on
matchup.
paper they're a favorite, but on the pitch where they have absolutely no tactics.
But at the end of the day, PSG, you could see if PSG beat Man City, for example, you wouldn't be surprised.
No, yes,
no,
they would.
No, I would.
If PSG
I
beat
wouldn't.
Man City,
I
you would
wouldn't
not be surprised.
No,
No,
excuse me.
because
Because
okay.
PSG could beat these big teams.
No, they cannot.
can.
When's the
Yes,
last time
they
they beat
can.
a big team?
It doesn't matter
Tell-
because
Give me. When's the last time they beat a big
At the end of
team?
the day, PSG on their day could,
No, they didn't
could
beat
beat
Dortmund.
any team.
They did.
did they beat Dortmund? They beat Dortmund.
Is Dortmund a big team right now?
Dortmund's a big team.
No, they're not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they're doing in the standings.
Quarter-
No, but you
quarterfinals,
could agree
man.
that PSG on their day could beat any team as well.
They
It's,
have Mbappe.
Well, I think
they are.
not for anything.
No,
I
man.
think
They
like
literally
the-
just finished tying against last place,
If they were,
1-1
if
in
they
the
were
season.
smart, they would play more like Madrid, where you have most team defend, and then you have Dembele and Mbappe just.
Yeah,
kinda do their
because
thing.
Luis Enrique is a terrible coach.
Yeah, he's terrible. I know. I've been saying he's terrible since he was at Roma.
I
and
think like
somehow he did something with Barca.
PSG started off the season pretty strong. I thought even like watching them early on in the group stage, like when they played against Dortmund, they looked like a completely different team. They were playing counterattack. They had Kolomwani, Mbappe, Dembele playing, and they were just causing problems. All three of them with their pace, their power, they're tricky. Now I don't really know what they're trying to do.
It's I feel like in the league, okay, they do their thing, whatever it is, they get the job done. Luis Enrique is trying to have a statement in the club without getting Mbappe minutes, subbing him off early, not playing him in games. Like doing that to teams while you're still in the biggest competition in the world as a club, you're fucking the rhythm.
Yeah,
your players are off. Players are not playing in their best positions, in their best form. Yeah, you finish tying the league 1-1 with against last place, and then you go against face Barca. What do you expect your players to be in the right mindset?
Yeah. Well, I think at the end of the day, PSG, a lot of their relevance truly comes from Mbappe. Yeah. I think if, let's say, Mbappe was...
That guy's not a team. That team like is mid at best.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if Mbappe is not playing or Mbappe wasn't on the team and you're lining up with like a Dembele, Ramos, Kolomwani, or Barcola, or Asensio.
Barcola is actually decent.
So my question is,
no one's probably too scared of that team. But I think Mbappe himself, because you know what a game changer he can be. He can turn up and score a hat trick out of nothing. I think because you have a player like that in your team, you always have a chance to progress. You always have a chance to win. And even though he got shut down in this game, to be honest, I would be surprised if he gets shut out again. Because I think Mbappe is the kind of player where, you know, from a mentality standpoint, he's going to try to have a bounce back game.
But he's going
to go hard next game, and I want to be surprised if he scores a hat trick next game.
But even for the teammates, I feel like none of his teammates are like, you know what, I'm confident on the ball. You didn't see him until the very end of the game where, for the most part, they're looking for Mbappe every single time.
Yeah.
And then when they realized that Mbappe's not an option anymore, that's when they started scoring goals.
Yeah.
That's when Vitinha scored. That's when the thing scored. And that's when they had more of the opportunities.
Yeah.
But when every single time it was like Mbappe, he couldn't do anything, and they just kept giving it back to him because that's what they look for, and that's what they hope that. I feel like these players don't really have like that. Like I don't know, they don't have like, okay, you know what, I can take this game over myself and do something about it.
Yeah.
They can't step up. None of these players can step up.
Yeah.
Vitinha had a shot. It was a good shot. And then Dembele too. He's creative, whatever, and nothing for him too. But it was a good shot too.
Yeah.
But you saw other players that couldn't do that. Terrible opportunities.
My question is, this is theoretical, hypothetical. If Mbappe was not playing this game before the game started, would you have had said Barca would?
Yes. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, I'm just asking.
With PSG without Mbappe is nothing.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like if you're Luis Enrique, I think one change you need to make next game is I think you need to just have Mbappe in that free roam left attacking position.
But I would make him
left
and
wing,
Dembele.
and I think you need to have Dembele on the right, and I think you need to have someone like Ramos
Asensio was
or
horrible
even
that game.
Kolomwani playing that striker position, because you need someone else to occupy the center backs. I think at the end of the day, like if you're having Mbappe there and you're expecting him to go against Araujo, Koundé, and Kubarsi the whole time by himself, good luck.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, like, I don't care how good you are. If you have those three guys with a game plan, it's always going to be tough for you. I think you need to have a 9 in there to give them something else to think about. If you have Ramos in there, then all of a sudden there's a threat for a cross ball.
What was the formation? 4-4-2, you said?
It was a 4-3-3 technically.
It was a 4-3-3, but they had Kang, Asensio, Mbappe, and Dembele all on.
That's
terrible.
That's the stupidest lineup.
Oh, Kang's a midfielder.
Kang and Lee, yeah. He was playing like
he's a winger.
No, this season.
Bro,
he's quite attacking. I think,
he's the most attacking midfielder, but he's been playing midfielder.
But he still he's still not a player that can step up and perform in big matches like these. Let me read the comments here. Piccolo just says Ter Stegen kind of sucks, to be honest. If you watch PSG in the group stage, they were cheeks, but Barca is also cheeks. It's a balanced matchup. Okay.
Oh, bad.
PSG haven't made it past the round of 16 since 2014, minus the COVID season. LOL.
PSG ain't shit.
Mbappe is still the X factor. Wouldn't be surprised if they drag PSG through to the next round.
Neither would I, bro. Which is why I said I'm not happy. You know why? Job's not done.
Okay, man.
Job's not
yeah,
done.
I think that's a fair point. And
but
I think
again,
being realistic. Too, right?
Do people say like, PSG are in first place in the league, so I'm going to give them as favorites right now? Or their XG is really high because
they're favorites because they have Mbappe.
Haven't lost the league since November.
Yeah. That's still not a statement. Man.
Yeah, no, they're not. At the end of the day, they're favorites because they have Mbappe. Because Mbappe is the kind of player that, to be honest, not a lot of teams have. Realistically, even if you're looking at the teams that are left, like, do Atletico have a player that can carry the game by themselves? Maybe you have Griezmann. Dortmund don't.
But dude,
PSG
Mbappe can carry this team by himself when he's coming up against teams in the league.
To be honest, if you're thinking about it.
Oh, they're gonna say Yamal.
No, he's not. He's not.
I
Right?
think it's a collective.
Arsenal don't. I don't want to hear Saka.
No, Saka's not.
Trossard, bro.
Arsenal don't. Bayern.
Kane. Maybe.
Nah, it'd be Musiala or Sane. It's one or the other.
I don't know. not at the same level, man. There's a difference between like elite
it's-
and there's
it
difference
is.
between I can carry my team by myself into the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Answer this now. When is the last time that you guys remember? I'm sure there's a few searched up that Mbappe was able to have a outstanding performance against a top team in the world, a top like 2 positions in their respective leagues.
Final.
What final?
Your World Cup.
No, League Cup, league level.
When he played Barca, what was it, last year? And he absolutely destroyed it
Hat-trick?
by himself.
What stage was that in the world in the thing? That's round of 16.
Round of 16.
That's only one round away from where we are now. Yeah. At the end of the day, Mbappe still has these big performances. I think the biggest issue with Mbappe, there's way too much politics and controversy and where's he going and all this stuff. I think that's the biggest thing. The poor guy can never focus on just playing his game. Right? I think that's the biggest thing that hurts Mbappe because he has the talent, he has the ability to do it. But at this point, it's like it almost looks like he doesn't care.
Yeah,
Right.
bro. His mind's in Madrid.
Yeah, it almost looks like he
No.
doesn't care.
I mean,
right?
nah, come on.
No, he was sprinting to the change room to go get shit.
He still wants to. He still cares because
still
if you
wants
see
to
the
play.
way he reacts when he's playing in the league and Enrique takes him off or whatever has happening in the league games, he still shows that frustration
Yeah.
because he obviously wants to get the
Yeah.
wins. He still wants to play, but again, the only thing Enrique has to do is literally just copy and paste what Madrid did
Yeah, literally.
against Man City, and they can see some kind of response because, again, keep the eyes on Mbappe, but the other players have to step up.
Yeah.
And if they actually watch tape on Barcelona, they play worse against when team play counterattack against them.
Wasn't that what they were trying to do?
They did not counterattack at all. They tried keeping possession.
But they're trying to do
Can
that.
you also
No.
give that credit to Xavi because of that?
No, Xavi had a good game. Xavi had a great coaching
game plan.
game.
Of course, PSG's
PSG had a terrible game
no,
plan.
but I'm
though.
sure PSG's what's it called?
Game line?
Game plan was to counterattack.
No, they didn't count. No.
They
At-
tried. Game plan was definitely counterattack.
I don't think so. I don't think PSG are going to counterattack at home. At the end of the day, when you're
The game plan
home,
was
you
that.
want to dominate. You want to control the game.
The thing
When-
is
when-
that
can't dominate possession against Barcelona.
When your game plan is the counterattack,
you can't go into that game thinking you're going to dominate against
At
Barcelona.
home, you can.
when your game plan is to
Yeah.
counterattack,
No one can.
you're not the ones getting counterattacked because you're still gonna be. You're not really going full out for
Barca's
the
plan
attack.
is not to counterattack.
I feel like Barca's
Barca counterattacked way
Barca's
more.
counterattacking that game way more than PSG.
Bro,
They both did.
How many
I think
times?
PSG
They
did.
both counterattack.
How many times was it 1v1 or 2v1 or 2v2? Like
No,
every
Barca
single
had
time,
chances, of
Barca.
course.
PSG never had that. It was always a 1 against 4, or they never had a time that they actually counterattacked.
So, what team do you think had more possession in the game?
PSG.
Thinking about it.
PSG. PSG had like
Later stage-
57.
At the later stages of the game, yeah, probably PSG.
Let's say Barca.
So, it's 59 to 41
PSG.
for what team?
Barcelona were playing like holding it at the end of the game. 'Cause
Yeah.
Xavi and Cancelo.
They were countering.
Xavi and Cancelo were holding on that left side was crazy.
It was 59% to 41 in favor of PSG. PSG completed
Yes.
503 passes to Barcelona's 328.
Yes.
Brother, look at the momentum on the chart here. It shows how much more possession of the game they had. They had this at the whole game. If anything,
They didn't counter at all.
Barca had it more in the later stages of the first half and a little bit in between the second half. But PSG had more ball the whole game.
which was bad for them, to be honest.
Which, yeah, Xavi probably said, let them have the ball because at the end of the day, they don't have players to create. They can have all the ball they want. And if we are the ones sitting on our top of our box and Mbappe is trying to go for a goal, there's no space to run.
We got pace too, bro. Yo, Rafinha was destroying Marquinhos. on the
Yeah,
left
man.
side. It was-
PSG's
it was
defense is
Rafinha- I
shit.
didn't realize Rafinha was
Marquinhos,
that fast, though.
Marquinhos. pretty
PSG's
bad.
defense is
Rafinha-
trash.
Rafinha's fast as hell.
PSG's defense is trash.
But yeah, good game.
It was a good game.
3-2.
I just wish Barca were coming back to a packed new camp just so the fans could whistle Dembele's waist, man. bro.
Yeah,
That's
but I
the
think
worst,
so.
man.
So I guess as we wrap up this game here, we've been chatting about it for a bit. Predictions, I guess. Second leg, obviously in Barca, but not in Barca. This, that, and the other. I already know Matthew's prediction, so I'm not going to ask him.
Yeah.
So I'd love to start with you, Spatty.
I think it's gonna be 3-2,
Let me guess.
Another high scoring.
and then Sergio Roberto goal, 3-3
Suspended,
in his own net.
Suspended
Sergio
for the second
Bertos.
leg, bud.
Oh shit!
That's a huge loss.
And Christensen.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Well, Christensen not too much, but
It's a bigger loss.
Oh, no, they're
Christensen
not
was-
missing anybody.
Christensen was huge when he came on.
not as much as Sergio Berto.
Yeah, Sergio Roberto's
Come on,
more important.
Who's playing midfield?
Who's
Come on, bro.
playing the Sergio
They're both
Roberto
playing
role?
midfield.
They both were exactly.
No, but who's,
Christensen came on as a sub, didn't he?
Yeah,
He's a center
I'm
mid.
playing midfield.
you want
Yeah.
so
So who's going to start the game?
You want that means De
Not
Jong is
either
getting
of
pushed
them.
up.
Huh?
That means De Jong is getting pushed out of his best position.
De Jong has to play Pedri and Fermin Lopez probably.
Maybe.
Gundogan.
Oh, sorry, Gundogan. What am I saying?
What about Romeo?
Come on, bro.
It's gonna be
Let that guy grow his
De
hair on the
Jong.
bench, bro. Come on.
Pedri's finally back. And yeah, De Jong.
Oh yeah, I
That's
guess
probably our best midfield, first of all. Anyways,
Yeah.
no. I think Sergio
Okay.
Roberto is better than have them Firmino on.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I said
Fermin?
Pedri,
Yeah.
De Jong, and Gundogan.
Oh, I didn't hear Gundogan.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. Yeah, but I think Sergio Roberto would be next up.
I think Christensen would have gone out next up before.
No, Sergio Roberto.
Christensen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christensen is a 6.
Yeah, I'd rather have Christensen.
Well, it depends what formation they're gonna play. If they're gonna play with extra
4-3-3.
midfielder, then get Christensen.
Well, at the end of the day, none of those three are a 6. Pedri.
Christensen's the only one that's a 6. De Jong's going to
saying,
play 6.
That's what I'm saying. If the next person, I think the first sub would have been Christensen, or not Sergio Roberto.
Sergio Roberto would have been in, I think.
Sergio Roberto is going to be the first sub.
He wouldn't.
He's
have
a
been.
captain, especially if they're losing. They need a captain
wouldn't
on the
have been.
pitch.
Didn't Sergio Roberto just start this game?
Yes, he did,
Yeah,
and he had a great performance.
That's because the other guys were coming back from injury.
It doesn't matter.
They're still going to be coming
He
back
had a
from
great
injury next
performance.
week,
He
too.
honestly might start again.
He can't.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
This guy's just like a
This
tomfoolery.
guy's
over here.
waffling, bro.
Okay, either
This
way,
guy's just he knows he's waffling. Right
he's
now.
talented, man.
Yeah, no, Sergio Roberto, I think he's very underrated. But so you're going, what you didn't even tell me your prediction. 'Cause
I
you're
was
waffling
I
too much.
want
You're
to
just
say.
saying Roberto scoring his own net. Go ahead.
So 3.
No, I think it's gonna go extra time.
Foolishness.
So who I didn't say it was going to go
PSG.
extra time. Okay, thank you. Dave, well, actually, I'm not going to skip you.
Barcelona, brother.
Matthews, I'm skipping. You're going to say
It's gonna
PSG.
be- It's gonna be.
Look at him.
it's
Look at
gonna
him.
be
Look at
gonna
him.
be a-
Look at this guy.
It's gonna be 3.
Look at this guy. How?
Barca, Man City final, bro.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Gee.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
I got
brother.
the script. I got the
It's gonna
script.
be
man.
3-1, brother.
Matthew's been had
I
the
got the
script.
script.
Didn't you? Wait, didn't you have
Really?
Madrid going through? For what? And then we did our prediction like for the last
did.
game.
Maybe.
Can you imagine El Clasico final?
He-
I'll be there.
He also said he had the script for the last World Cup too, and that.
I have a
think
question
come
for you
true.
guys after. Dan, what's your prediction?
This game?
No, the Man United game. What do you think?
Nah, Man United versus Burnley.
I don't know why you're taking so long. You already know what you're gonna say.
yeah, it's so obvious.
I'm trying to figure out predict the score
He's
though.
trying to make how can I
2-1 extra time. Mbappe wins penalty.
make this even more
Okay.
foolish?
So PSG.
PSG.
Me personally,
It's gonna depend on PSG.
I got Barca.
I mean, it's gonna be
Beats
depend on
Barca.
Mbappe, man.
But I saw something on Twitter, X, whatever. I don't know if you probably saw it. You see everything. But question for y'all, right? So imagine, right, alternate reality, Barca are making the Champions League final, right? Somehow they beat
I'll be there.
somehow they beat Dortmund in the next round, right? They're going in the final.
Dortmund's not there, buddy.
They're going in the final, right? Would you rather come up against City, right? Knowing it's going to be a tougher game, but knowing if you lose, it doesn't really affect your legacy. Or would you rather come up against Madrid, maybe a better chance of winning, but if you lose, that absolutely kills your legacy. Losing an El Clasico Champions League final. What would you prefer?
El Clasico Champions League final.
Even though if you lose that
Give me
game,
an El
it
Clasico
absolutely
Chelsea.
kills your club.
El Clasico
if
final.
you win it, that would kill.
Give me an
Madrid,
El Clasico
Would
Champions
it
League
though?
final. Oh my gosh! If
It wouldn't kill
Barcelona,
Madrid.
for at
if
least a
this
couple of
Barcelona
years.
teams would beat,
It
this
wouldn't kill
Madrid
Madrid.
It
team-
wouldn't
kill
kill him,
Madrid.
but it would be like
No, it would
pretty
be,
humiliating.
It would be
Humiliating.
humiliating for Madrid.
No,
Yes, it
Bro,
would.
yes, it would be.
no.
What do you mean no?
Compare the teams.
Dude, they're just gonna pull out their fucking 15 Champions League trophies and be like,
But
so what?
still.
I'm just saying, yeah,
what?
of course. at
There's
the end
never
of the
been a
day-
So
classical
what?
final, and if
Right.
that happens, then
Right.
is that now bragging rights?
Yeah.
Not really.
How?
Not when the other team has like 10 more
But still.
trophies.
Okay, of course.
If we're talking about
Right
the
after
now,
the 90th whistle blows and we win the trophy,
Mm.
a Madrid fan could come up to me and say, "We still have more trophies,"
You
and
guys-
I would still say, "We beat you." I
You
don't
guys
care.
might play Madrid and then Madrid again, Atletico Madrid and then Real
Yeah.
Madrid.
So
We
you,
rule
so,
España,
so you
brother.
would rather
It's
play
Barcelona.
you'd rather play Madrid.
I 100% rather than Madrid.
Matthews?
Barca
I know-
do good against.
I knew
Madrid.
you were gonna
When
say
they
that,
have
but Matthews is whose answer I'm curious to see because I know Matthews always has a realistic mindset, and he's a little.
realistic mindset. Every time he's been wrong, it's been good for us. Well, actually, no. Yeah, let's see what he says.
the thing is, what I
You
would
just said that you guys
rather
are gonna make it
see,
through.
what I would rather,
You'd rather see them versus City.
what I'd rather see is Barca beating Madrid in a final. But
Mm.
what I think would be more realistic of Barca winning would be against City,
No.
because
Let him
Pep
cook.
Guardiola is gonna let Barcelona
No.
win. He's gonna do Barca solid, his boyhood club,
Why do I even ask him things like that?
and it's gonna be a wrap.
You thought
bro.
I was tomfooling right
It's
here.
like
Even
that
ask
one
him.
tweet where if Barca and Ajax went to the finals of the UCL, like
Yeah.
they'll celebrate afterwards, like holding hands, like jumping around the middle of the pitch,
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, man, definitely I'd enjoy a Madrid victory more, but more realistic win, City.
I think Madrid's more of a realistic one, to be honest.
Yeah, it
I think we're
is.
getting. I think we're gonna get pummeled by Man City.
Bro, I told you,
I think
Barca Man City final.
I think honestly,
Barca's gonna beat an English team on English soil.
I think Madrid might be the only team that could take out City.
Yeah.
Man, you never know, man.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like
They are. They are.
it's
They
kind
are.
of like when it's
Mm.
kind of like
They are.
What other team?
Arsenal.
Arsenal's not
No.
gonna take out City.
no, bro.
You guys listen to my
gonna be
Barca
a snooze fest.
They
UCL
just
script
defended 90
like a few
minutes.
months back, bro.
You
Barca
just-
gonna beat a
you-
German team in the semis,
you
and they're gonna beat an English team on English soil in
They're
6-1.
not gonna be a
Oh,
German
what did you say? A
It's
German team in the
Spanish.
semis?
Sorry, yeah, German team in the semis, and they're gonna beat an English team on English soil.
One more round, baby. One more round. I'm here for that. I'm here
Exactly,
for it.
bro.
But no. To be honest, hey, if that's the script, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I'm calling
Okay,
it now.
that's
If
good.
Barca makes the finals, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Barca's gonna win the 6th, and
there.
Xavi,
Yeah.
what was his number?
6.
And then what, he leaves?
The devil.
And then he
is
leaves
alive.
because he's not good enough.
Hey, man, it's his word.
If
Ah,
Dor- if-
would you go watch the finals?
Would I go watch the finals? What do you mean?
Free tickets.
Champions League
Free
finals.
tickets.
Champions League
Who's
finals.
getting free tickets?
Okay, just
Yeah.
answer yes or no.
Champions League finals. We're buying you a ticket. You gonna go?
Buying me a ticket? I
Yeah.
don't know, bro.
No, we're getting a ticket by some sponsor.
Champions League
Yeah.
finals. No, we're buying you a ticket. Champions League
Yeah.
finals. Are you going?
You and Dave go.
Barcelona versus Madrid.
You, Dave, and Jay.
And if you sorry, Barcelona versus City. And if everything is as accurate as you stated,
And Barca wins.
and like everything ahead of this finals, everything like you said, they beat Dortmund is accurate. Are you going to this game?
If you buy the ticket.
Matthew's crazy.
Yo, give him the lick to your doctor right now.
All I know,
Dortmund's gonna beat a Spanish team in the quarters and semis. Who
Yeah.
says no?
I don't.
Not our first comeback against Spaniards in the quarterfinals.
All I know, you can clip this. If Dortmund beat Atletico and we play Barca next round, I will be there.
yeah, eh?
I'll be there.
And what's
No
why
matter
I'm going
what?
now?
I'll be there in the semis.
No matter what?
I'll be there in the semis
I'll
as-
be there
at
too,
the
I'll
at,
be there too, that'd be fun.
at the Dortmund home. I'll be there.
I'll be at Camp Nou, not Camp Nou.
I'll be
sorry.
there.
The Montjuic.
I'll be there no matter what.
Yeah,
if
eh?
Yeah.
if Juve beats
If Juve faces United,
if Juve faces United,
beats Bologna.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
If Juve qualify for the Champions League next season and
I will be
don't
there.
get docked 15 points for signing a 16-year-old who is actually 32 and then selling him for $46 million to another team in Serie A, then Spatty will still not be there
Yeah.
because he won't fly across the pond.
Juve
Yeah.
choked Serie A title despite not playing any European competitions. Then I'll be there.
So you'll be there.
Yeah.
So you'll be there. So Matthews will
No,
be
you're
there
good.
no matter
I'm
what.
at the hypothetical game, bro.
Matthews will be there. Yeah, but that's hey man, that's a good kind of summation.
Exactly like Pilka Nojna says. The finals in London, 2013 repeat.
So you said exactly what he said. Do you know what the finals were in 2013?
Oh, no. Oh, wait, sorry.
This guy, man.
This guy's a
I thought you were
joke.
talking about the thing finals.
What is it?
That was Dortmund and thing, no?
Dortmund Bayern.
Bayern, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but that was a good good recap of.
And what happened in that
of,
finals? They lost.
Hey man, that was a good comeback of the comeback. That was a good recap of the
We
Champions
even
League
talk about
games.
Dortmund, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, talk about
Hey.
Dortmund.
This guy's ducking the smoke, bro.
Oh man.
Talk about,
Dubs here only, bro.
talk about those mistakes, bro.
Hey, you know, it's been a long week, right? You can allow me. But yeah, moving on to the last Champions League game, right? The one with the least amount of goals, I guess we
Yeah.
can say.
Still a decent amount of goals, though.
Still a decent amount of goals, right? Some would say the two worst teams left in the competition.
No, not the two worst.
Said some would
Matchup
say.
wise,
I still think I think Atletico is a good side, man.
Some would say the two worst teams in the tournament. Matchup wise, I think it's probably the most even matchup considering the two teams that are playing, right? I think if any of these other teams came up again, well, actually, to be fair, I don't think PSG would have been. Anyway, 2-1 Atletico. Yeah, honestly, like me personally, if you're wondering what I'm thinking, am I happy with 2-1?
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
to be honest, like given the way the game started, I saw my team, and I couldn't recognize them. I thought, you know, where are my glasses? Who am I watching?
You were watching.
Am I
Bayern
watching
the day
Juventus right now? Like who is this? We couldn't do anything. We looked nervous. It's like we were never in a European game before. And I mean, hey, in some of those players' defense, they never played in a game this big in Europe before, right? If I'm looking at Kobel, if I'm looking at Matson, if I'm looking at Schlotterbeck, even Rierson, a lot of those back line, very, very inexperienced in big European games. Really, you only have Hummels and Emre Can back there, right? I thought Emre Can had a fantastic game. Jude Bellingham, Jude Bellingham still plays for Dortmund. But yeah, I think, honestly, we were the better team overall. I think we let the occasion, get to us. We made the mistakes, and honestly, mistakes aside, Atletico didn't really do much.
No.
They didn't create much.
We should be worried when they get those chances because they'll finish them.
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot early on in that game. At the end of the day, 5 minutes in, you're playing away from home at a stadium like Atleti. You can't give away the ball in a position like that. At the end of the day, any momentum or chance that you had, dude, Atleti are pressing hard. You got to go long. You got to wear off that pressure that they're going to put on for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the game. Once you get kind of Atleti tired down a little bit, then you can get in your rhythm. You don't need to be playing out the back 4 or 5 minutes into the game. I'm sorry, you don't, right? And that's a mistake on the players. I don't think that's a coaching thing.
That was a silly mistake.
And to be honest, the second goal was a mistake too. A miscommunication between the two center backs off of an illegal throw-in. But, I'm not reffing the game.
What about the rules?
Huh?
What about the rules?
Yeah, I don't know. The rules were just thrown out the window. But, miscommunication. Honestly, the thing is, man, miscommunication, and the player ends up on the foot of someone like Griezmann, you're asking for trouble. Yeah. That was an absolutely brilliant scoop pass. Great beautiful finish by Lino as well, who will be missing in the second leg. Good finish as well. And I thought, man, 2-0, it's a wrap. Atleti were still pressing at that point. I was like, man, if they score a third, I'm not going to hear the end of it. I'm going to be sick on Thursday. I'm calling in sick to the live. Jeez. I was already planning my excuse. I got a bit of a headache, But yeah, other than that, I think, truly, I think Terzic got a little wrong. I think in a game like this, you need someone like Brandt or Royce in the game. Mecha, good player, doesn't have the experience in games like this, right? And at the end of the day, a little bit more of an 8 than a 10. He never really looked comfortable receiving the ball in those tight spaces and controlling the pace of the game. Halftime, Brandt came on, different game. Second half, we were all over them. They had that one half chance off of a cross where Kobo made a huge save. Yeah. But apart from that, we were all over them. Hit 2 crossbars, some great chances. Yeah. If we had a professional footballer playing striker, from minutes 45 to 60 and even before, we probably would have had a better chance of being in that game. Dude, I'm sorry. We were playing a man down the whole game with that guy on the pitch. I'm sorry. You're supposed to be a target man. Dude, he had like 6 ball contacts, 4 ball losses. So you're telling me 6 times you got the ball, 4 times you lost it. Dude. What are you supposed to do?
Maybe he was playing the Haaland role.
Truly. What are you supposed to do? Like, tell me, if you're a team and you're getting pressured, your striker is supposed to be your relief. Your striker can't run in behind. You're passing the ball to link up. He can link up the play. So what do you have to do? You can't do anything. All you can do is hit it long and hope that one of your wingers is going to get the ball. It didn't work. Ride the bench. Haller needs to start next game. 60 minutes in, put on Moukoko. I don't care. Put him on. I don't care if he's not going to hold up the ball because you know what? Fuku's not holding up the ball either. At least Moukoko will press. At least he'll run. At least he'll link up play. At least he'll create danger.
He'll have energy,
right?
Haller.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Haller should start next game. He came on, right? And right away you saw the quality difference. He was in there. He was moving into better spaces. He was linking up play better. He had a half chance. Didn't even look at the net. The ball was in the net. Didn't even look at the net. That's a striker. That's someone with instincts. He didn't need more than that. Fuku, what I see him do, he picked up the ball, turned like a truck, and hit a P-rollover shot from 25 yards. That's the only thing he did all game. Come on, dude. This is the Champions League quarterfinal.
That's how we're not playing at all, though?
We're not playing in the Bundesliga. We're not playing Werder Bremen, right? You know what I mean? You need this. Yeah, JBG. Sancho cooked. Sancho for Dortmund, probably the best player on the pitch. Mm-hmm. He was the only one creating in the first half. Second half, he was creating as well. The only disservice we did for Sancho, we gave him no one to link up with. I think if you have Brandt playing in that game from the minute 1, totally different game. Or Royce as well. But yeah, I think second leg, we don't make mistakes like that. We play like we did in the second half. It's ours. It's ours to play for.
Yeah. Boca Nojo even says 2-1 is fine. It's just when you realize why it is 2-1.
Exactly.
Is a piss off.
Exactly. Right. I think why it was 2-1, we conceded the goals in a terrible manner. And dude, we had chances at the end too, man. It could have easily been a 2-2.
It was killing
right
at the end. 2
crossbars, the Brandt header and the JBG shot, which is a beautiful shot there that he hit after that. Aspilicueta hit that nice little block there. But yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be an exciting second tie. I know Atleti's plan, right?
Park.
First 15 or 20 minutes, they're going to come out hard. They're going to press because they're going to be looking for mistakes again.
Yeah.
And that's on us to kind of learn from our mistakes and make sure that we're not giving them any easy chances. And then from there, they're going to park and they're going to try to counterattack, right? So me personally, like, I think someone like Sule maybe could play a big part in the next game. So he didn't play this one. He hasn't been playing much, but a player like that is maybe someone you need, big game experience. He can, stop the counter a little bit. He's quick, he's quicker. Honestly, wouldn't even be upset if they played him right back. But honestly, who knows? I don't know what they're going to do. But all I know is if I see Füllkrug starting, I retract my statement. I'm not going to the semifinal. If I see I don't care if we win.
Bro, what was that Schlotterbeck duck? Caused the second goal.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. There was a miscommunication. I think, yeah. The ball came in. I think Hummels was behind him. And I think he's like, leave it. But then I don't know.
It's like when PK went like this against PSG.
Yeah.
And then Mbappe.
It was just a miscommunication. It's crazy because, man, I was just watching these guys last weekend put an absolute masterclass against Bayern, keeping a clean sheet. And then that's what it's like being a Dortmund fan. I'm sorry. But yeah, honestly, Atletico, they were good. Like they surprised me. They were good. They came First half they were good. And at the end of the day, man, like I know I'm talking a lot of shit and I'm confident about the second leg, but I'm still fucking scared shitless because they have Griezmann, right? And at the end of the day, I know Griezmann's the best player on the pitch. And having a player like that, you're never safe, right? A player like that can make magic out of nothing, like we saw. So yeah, I'm excited for the second leg. I think it'll be a cracker. Yeah, man, bring Barcelona on in the semis, man.
Cracker
That's
no
it, bro.
saltine.
See you there, man.
Yeah, see you there, man.
See you there, brother.
See you there. Me and Dave will be there.
And Matt.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything else to say. I talked a lot.
No, I don't have anything else to add to that because that's pretty much what the game was. It was Atletico pressing high for a little bit, and then they score early on, score the second, and then it was really all Dortmund.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think if you guys want to chat about Europa a little bit.
Yeah, we have to, man. There were some good
Europa
games.
League, there were some fantastic games today. Europa League, four games, obviously.
Well, we'll start off maybe with the least.
Let me get Europa League ready. 1 sec.
The least most important.
So
Benfica, Marseille.
What's wrong with Benfica, Marseille? It's a big game.
I would say like that was the least like
That was Di Maria versus Aubameyang.
the least fun to watch. I would say.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, watched all 4. We had 4 on the
yeah.
screen here.
Yeah, four.
Jeez, my fault.
Oh.
Shout out Di Maria though, bro.
Di Maria still carrying
35,
teams.
36 years old,
36.
right?
Yeah, man. What a
Still
player,
cooking, man. David Neres assist and then Rafa Silva with the other goal.
And then Aubameyang kind of got a lucky goal. I can't remember the center back for Benfica, but he took a touch and then like Aubameyang just kind of stole it off him. And
Silva?
Then Silva, the young guy. And then Aubameyang just had a break with it. Aubameyang played good.
He still got it.
Season at Marseille, man.
Aubameyang's having
He
an
still got it.
amazing season.
Yeah.
I would say.
He still got it.
He
Low
has the
key.
most goals now in the thing, no? Europa League?
I think you think he's had
He
it
fell out.
for a while.
Long
Yeah.
time,
No,
Yeah, he's got 10.
recently.
Yeah.
He's got 10 goals
He has
right
the
now
most of all time.
in the Europa League.
This season 2, I'm saying like.
This season too, but recently he just beat all time because I think Falcao was the most.
Yeah,
Not,
hey
not
man.
this goal, the goal before.
Yeah, hey, that's good, man. Aubameyang, I think, dude, he's always been a good player, been a stand-up guy as well his whole career. So
Yeah, he had David Neres actually had a good game. Yeah,
Where's that guy
he
been?
had an assist. He assisted Di Maria's goal, and then the first goal he had like a big part to play in that. So what's that guy saying? He's gonna get a move or what?
He's
David
saying
Neres?
this. He's saying
He-
this.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Yeah.
just, he's high as
that guy's jokes,
That
man.
guy's always like this.
high AF
You gotta
all
make
time.
some more noise, low key.
Yeah.
Bro, 'cause
But no, good game. I think you know what. At the end of the day, man, Benfica probably not a team you want to come up against, right? Like whoever you are in the next round, if Benfica make it through,
yeah.
you have a player like Di Maria, dude, man. Players like Di Maria love turning up at cup competitions,
Yep.
man. Especially for Benfica, his first team. Like, you know he's gonna turn up. Yeah, good result. I think. Other than that, like
Not
you
much to
had,
say.
another great game in Italy, right? You had Milan versus Roma.
Huge game.
Me personally, I thought Milan were gonna win. You kind of almost expect them to win. I think they're higher in the table. They're coming down from Champions League. Like you're probably thinking Milan are gonna win, but man, Roma have been nothing short of fantastic since De Rossi's taken over.
Yeah,
Like
man.
he's
Shout out
really
Daniele, bro.
he's really turned that team around. Dybala is absolutely phenomenal.
He's back.
Did you guys see what happened after the
absolute joy of a
post
player.
game?
Which game?
I don't know what it was, but I think I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys know, but Dybala saw like the little sign that was in front of his mic in the post game like conference thing.
Yeah.
And he was next to De Rossi, and he sees it says the Europa League thing, and he puts it down, and then De Rossi's like grabs it and does the same thing, and then Dybala says something to him. So they put like the UEFA like logo, like the Europa League logo, like little thing.
Orange.
He just put it down, and then someone came after, like lifted it back up for them. But like, I don't know if
Champions League.
was there something? I don't know if you
Game.
guys heard, but was there like anything to do with the UEFA or something
Oh.
with Roma?
That's a good question. Not too sure.
I have no idea. I never heard anything about that.
Yeah, it was a
Maybe
video.
it's just mind games. Like, you know what? We should be in Champions League.
Isn't that a little disrespectful though?
Well, I don't even think it's
I
mind
feel like-
games anyway, because like I mean, realistically,
I'm gonna check right now, see what if I find
I
anything.
don't think it had anything to actually do with
Dybala is
Europa.
Champions
No,
League.
but why are they putting the sign down?
No, maybe it had something to do with something else. Maybe the reffing or something. I don't know.
Bro, crazy thing is Roma haven't beaten Milan in 5 years. No win away against them in 7 years.
what a
Till
time to
one
do
man
it.
stepped in, bro.
Yeah, they don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Dybala.
hey, man, it's
Daniele
good,
Dybala.
and I think this really sets up for an exciting second leg too.
It's only 1-0.
It's only 1-0, man.
And
There's,
Milan
there's a
had
lot,
their chances.
there's a lot
Milan
that can
can
still
still
happen. I think if you're Milan, you're wondering, where's Leao?
You couldn't do anything.
Where is he at?
I don't know, man. Dybala was the best player on that field.
Well, I know that he's probably still one of the best players in Serie A, but I think at the end of the day, if you're Milan,
Leal's not all
Slap
of
some
that, man.
sense
He's
into
he's,
Leao,
fuck,
man.
man.
he's he doesn't care about football.
Yeah.
He's just like
He's just a fashionista.
he's like a fashion guy. He has a podcast. Like
So like,
Football's his second.
he does
favorite thing.
music.
That's
so if you're Milan, like
Sell him.
you're selling him,
Sell him. Keep Pulisic.
have
sell
you
him.
missed
much?
have you missed the boat? Like, should you have already sold him?
They should have sold him last year.
Yeah.
While the iron was hot, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just. I mean, not that they would have known. I mean, it's tough to sell him, man. He is one like his talent is insane, but he's gonna end up going to like PSG or something
I can see my PSG.
and doing nothing. Like he's just gonna be another Dembele. That's what he reminds me of.
Tammy came back after his ACL injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, another attacking weapon for Roma, man. They have a lot of depth in the attacking position. So
Lukaku,
Lukaku played good. A lot of people are saying Lukaku didn't play good.
and
This
Dybala
guy
behind that.
played unreal. His hold up play was insane.
So I guess, when we're looking at this game here, obviously we have the return leg in Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Roma are gonna take
What do you
this
guys
one.
think?
I think Roma's gonna take
I
this
like
one.
Roma a lot.
The Netherlands did a good job with this team.
This, I don't know. They got outshot and outpossessed in this game, but it looked like they dominated somehow.
Yeah.
But that's why I think Milan's gonna win because he got outshot and outpossessed.
Yeah, it was 33 to
think-
like something, and
Yeah.
they had like 5 shots on
It
target.
was like
They're-
33 shots to
Yeah.
5.
No,
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That was a
25
different game.
shots and 5 on
It was
target for
25
Milan.
shots.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If that happens again, that's horrible. But
Or
I
like-
think it's not gonna happen.
No,
again.
watching the game, those 25 shots that didn't hit the target were not good shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. But I think
So
I
it was
think,
5 shots to 3 shots. Not that crazy.
I think Leao, like he said, Leao can have that game though. He can have that performance where he just wakes up
Or-
and just goes off. Or he can.
or
he ha-
Dybala has that game.
He hasn't had
well,
that
he
game
had
in a
it
minute.
already.
Yeah, why can't they have it again? He's been having it every single game.
Dybala's had more form or better form this season than Leao has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could just if he has the game he has today, it doesn't matter.
But again, Leao does have to scare you because he can do his thing. on his
He's not
day.
scaring me. I'm not.
No, Roma's attack is better than Milan's attack with Leao in it.
Yeah, because they have 2 big forces in Dybala and Lukaku, and then you got Pellegrini, and then you got El Shaarawy who had a good game today. And you have Spinazzola coming
Milan still had a what's his name?
in. Pulisic,
No, Pulisic is doing
Giroud.
the guy that went back to Madrid.
Oh,
Diaz?
Brad Diaz. Yeah,
Then they would have maybe some more attack because Brahim Diaz had
Yeah,
a
he was
crazy
talented.
season last year and even right now.
he was a good 10 for them. I
Yeah,
think that's kind of the
fine.
position that they're missing a little bit.
because
Kinda
now it's
striker.
kind of like Benacer
Yeah.
or whoever they put. It's not really. They kind of play more of a 4-3-3 now.
Yeah, I definitely think that maybe Milan need to go through a little bit of a rebuild,
Oh yeah,
right? I think you have a couple good pieces there. You have Tomori, you have Magnon, Benacer. I think is fantastic
I would sell
as
Tomori
well.
too.
But I think like at the end of the
Tomorrow,
day, like
it's been yeah.
you
He's
got
injured all the time.
you got to go through a
Do
little
you?
bit of a rebuild. I think Milan,
I think we've been hearing that for a few years now.
a little bit of a rebuild. Well, they won the league, they won the Serie A, but they haven't been able to build off of
I don't
it,
think
right?
they need a rebuild. I think they just gotta sell their big pieces.
That's a rebuild.
No. A rebuild is like literally.
They need to
Like,
sell their big pieces and get a new manager.
no, I
So
think
who
I
are they
think Pioli's
selling?
fine.
Are you selling Leao?
I literally just named the 2 guys.
Who?
Leao and Tomori.
Tomorrow.
So how is that not a rebuild?
It's not a rebuild. That's 2 players.
that's your best.
No,
player.
but at the same time, you have to find a striker because Giroud's done.
They have Okafor,
What's that guy saying?
or they bring back the Qatari.
Who's the other guy that they had? They have this season.
Jokic.
Jokic.
No.
Jokic. Jokic.
But don't they have another attacker?
Jovic.
And Okafor, who's the other? That's it.
Oh, the Nigerian.
Chukwueze.
Chukwueze?
Chukwueze.
The winger.
That's
He's more of a winger.
Chukwueze. What happened to that guy?
He played today. He's actually been playing decent for Milan.
He's not bad off the bench, but that's a rebuild.
No, it's not. Two
Dude.
players.
Bro,
That's two players, but
that
that's
means a team has rebuilds every single year.
that's two of your key players.
But your two best
And
players
at
don't
the
lead
end of the
every
day,
single
those are
year.
probably
Tomori barely plays. How's that a
those
rebuild?
are your two most valuable players.
No, Manyan is more valuable.
No.
Yes.
It's a goalie.
Never heard of an injury-prone keeper, bro.
He's a goalie. Dude, Magnon's not going for more than
that is a
Tomori
rebuild, bro.
or
You're
Leao.
dropping your
You're dropping your two
Not a
biggest
rebuild.
players, and at the end of the day, what are you going to do with that money?
That means you're
rebuilding
rebuilding
your
every
squad.
year.
So how
No,
many
it's not.
players are a rebuild then? What's the
Like
what's the
five.
No,
Yeah.
bro, you barely
So
see
what, if you,
teams
like,
drop
get
that
rid
many
of your
players.
five worst players, that's a
Bro,
rebuild.
the only team that's dropped players like that is Chelsea.
No, dude, you're getting rid of your two most.
It takes
valuable.
more than one season.
You're
to
getting
rebuild.
rid of your two most valuable
but your whole-
players,
your
and what do
whole-
you think you're doing with that money? You're
No,
rebuilding
but
the squad.
Yeah, your whole mindset changes of that team and the whole like the way that team's gonna be.
You're
playing.
rebuilding the squad, but
It's
you
gonna
sell
play
those
the
two
same
players.
way.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're rebuilding the squad.
Pulisic just becomes the main guy.
Yeah, but who are you playing left with?
Pulisic is not
Pulisic.
Leao.
So who's playing
Sorry.
right wing?
Chukwueze.
Who's playing cam?
They don't play with the cam.
Who's playing midfield?
Same three that they have.
Who's playing
So
striker?
you're saying
Four,
That's a
probably.
horrific team.
so you're saying Milan with
I would
Pulisic?
rather go on a rebuild.
No, you're saying a team with Pulisic,
That's horrific.
Okafor, and Chukwueze is
It's
a
horrific.
signed, sealed,
If you-
delivered, winning the
If
league.
you're selling Leao and Tomori, and then that's the team you're going on with next
They
season,
gotta sign another center back.
you might as
might as
well
well
you might
rebuild.
as well just say, you know what,
That's not a bad team.
we're not going to play Europe next season.
Okafor,
playing
Pulisic, and Chukwueze is not a bad team.
Not a bad team.
Okay,
Come on, bro.
We're acting like
that's a
they've
Serie A.
won games
And
without Leao.
that's a
And then
Serie
you
A
have- and
contending
then you-
team.
but then you have no depth.
Yeah, they're gonna bring in players for depth, young players.
So those
They always do.
so they're not going to bring in starting players, starting quality players.
Or did they bring in starting quality players when they sold Tonali?
Yeah.
Who?
I mean, who?
Reinders is like in and out.
Yeah.
Who else?
Benacer.
Okafor in and
Benacer
out.
was there. Okafor. So Okafor is there, no, but now he's going to be your star striker.
No, he's still probably gonna rotate with Giroud.
Giroud. Giroud's going to LA.
Giroud's are oh yeah, he is. Is he?
Yeah,
It's looking like it.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Yeah, it's not for sure yet. Okay,
He's-
whatever.
he's
Then
going
we'll
LA.
see what happens then. As of right now, he's still there.
They're buying a striker
Maybe.
who's going to start.
Maybe.
If they're selling Leao, they're buying
Joe
a winger.
Yeah, especially with the money he's gonna go for.
They're buying a center back. They're probably buying another midfielder.
Why? No, the midfielders. They have a
Midfielder.
lot.
They're
of
buying
mids.
another
They gotta
midfielder.
sell some then.
They're selling Leao and Tomori.
They gotta sell midfield.
Leao and Tomori, you're probably bringing in realistically like 110 mil between the two of them.
Yeah.
You're rebuilding your squad with 110 million. What are they going to do with it? Just sit on it?
No, you could buy a player. You don't have to use it all. They're not gonna try buying players on a loss.
They're gonna double and pass it on, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna double it and pass it on.
To who you?
They're gonna spend like
For more
60.
fraud?
They're gonna spend like 60 of that 110.
All right. Anyway,
Bro,
Roma,
How
I
do you
think
get off that? So-
Milan played Monza with Jovic, Okafor, and Chukwueze up top, and they lost 4-2.
Yeah, okay, not Jovic though. They didn't have Pulisic.
But they played
Pulisic
Okafor in the
could
win.
actually attack. Like,
Have they ever played a game with Okafor, Pulisic, and
I don't
Chukwueze?
know. Can tell you.
All
Maybe.
right. Anyway, if Milan line up with that team next season, they'll probably enjoy
There's problem.
7th or 8th place. But yeah, I think,
You're acting like Leao is like pushing them to.
Leao and
stardom.
Tomori.
Tomori barely plays, and Leao doesn't even play that much. He does play.
Leao won them the league. What are you talking
So
about?
now,
Yeah,
so,
back
so
in the
now
That
the
was
pl-
then.
now the
Exactly.
players that are starting aren't there anymore, and now you're bringing in your depth players and making them
Ooh,
starters.
that's a good shout. What's up,
Jay
Jay Lopez?
Lopez.
Good shout.
Good
Oh,
to see
Jonathan
David
David.
win there.
I
That's
feel
what I
like
said.
Jonathan JD can literally rock it in Serie A.
Bro, that guy's stuck in France.
No,
man.
but
like
if-
that guy
Low-key.
pays Fabrizio
It's
Romano
yours.
to do PR for him,
He's
bro.
trying to
Not
get him
enough.
out, dude. He's trying to get him
If
out.
there's
still not
if
good
there's a
enough.
league that's out of the French league to go to, it's Serie A.
Why?
That's the next step for him.
Yes,
It's literally the stepping stone. You can't jump to.
Why?
Don't jump to Premier. He's
Didn't
not good
Atalanta
enough.
just smack a Liverpool?
Oh,
No, but I'm saying in his play style, he's the next.
Okay,
that's the league
there
that
you
plays
go.
with a player like his at his like profile.
Okay, yeah, there you go. You could say it like that because you said next stepping stone.
Well, yeah, at the same time.
No, because you're saying the City is worse. It's not worse than the Prem.
Premier League.
Wow, because one game.
It's not worse than the Prem.
wait.
You think a
you say?
Milan team you think a Milan team without Leao and Rudiger and
Tomori.
Tomori would do good in the Prem?
Team, no, with.
No, but you said they don't have to rebuild. So then you think that team would do good in the Prem?
Yeah, they'll probably still.
No, they wouldn't,
top
man.
6.
No, they're
No,
not.
they
How's
would
that?
not.
Come on, bro.
No,
That's
Joe
a
David's a
good
good shout for Milan.
Yeah, Joe
No,
David
it
would
is.
be
I
a
can see
good.
that.
Joe David would be a good signing. Then obviously,
There's
but
no
your
They
doubt.
want. They want Xerxes.
Oh yes. No, but it's
Oh,
sort of
Juve won him.
Juve wants Xerxes.
Yeah,
Juve wants
that's
Xerxes.
if we get Mota though.
Everyone
If
wants
we don't get
Xerxes.
Mota, then he's gonna go to Milan.
Everyone wants Xerxes.
Everyone wants Xerxes. Everyone wants Mota.
I saw
Nobody wants me.
crazy take on Twitter, dude. Probably the craziest take I've seen in some time about Xerxes.
What?
What?
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
How
But
tall is he?
off the top of my head,
6 feet?
it was
Which
it
one?
was a Xerxes comp, right?
Okay.
And then the caption was something along the lines of, "I've never seen a player like him. 03-04 Dino mixed with 08-09 Henri
What?
mixed with post CR7 prime Benzema."
What does that even mean?
Bro is
And
waffling,
that
bro.
that mixture of players is who Joshua Xerxes is.
Damn.
And
can
then
see it.
the top top
You might
comment
be
to
cooking,
it,
bro.
the top comment response to it was, "Oh, so this is the guy who has like 10 goals in Serie A." It's crazy. But I was watching the comp and I was like, okay, fair enough. I didn't know he moved like that.
No, he's
But then
good.
again, comps can make anyone look good.
No,
no,
but
he's
he,
a good player.
he was cooking. Like, I get it. He's a big guy, like 6'4", right? I can
6'4"?
see.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
tall.
he's
as hell,
tall.
dude.
Do you not watch City?
I didn't know. I thought he was 6'1". I
This
said.
guy only watches Juve and that's it.
Who's he with
Right?
again? Bologna.
Well,
He's with
yeah.
Bologna, right?
That's
Okay,
what-
six
Well,
that's
four.
from watching him, you're gonna. Oh yeah, he's 6'4". I said 6'1".
Bro, I knew he was that tall.
He's tall.
You
dude.
said-
You asked him what tall he was.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
say
he's
it.
tall, no?
I said
Anyway,
yeah. It says like 6'1".
He's tall. You're thinking he's more of a target, whatever. But the way he's moving on the pitch, he's megging guys. Like he's doing step overs. Like
Jeez.
he's moving like he's 03-04 Dino.
Does he? Wow.
So I was like, wow.
Crazy.
But yeah, hopefully he goes to a good team. I pray he doesn't go to Juve.
If we get Mota, he's coming.
I pray. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't mind too much if Mota's there.
What does it have to do with you? Oh yeah, he's Bayern. Oh, yeah, he's
I don't
Bayern
care about
fan.
Bayern.
He's
but-
owned by Bayern. So why else would you care?
He's not owned by Bayern.
Pretty much.
Who,
Is he
Mota?
not?
They have a buyback.
Who?
Okay. So he's owned by
Oh,
Bayern.
Xerxes.
He's owned by Bologna, but they have a buyback. No, I'm saying more so like, dude, you don't want to see a player like that go to waste.
If we get Mota, no
That's what I'm
player's
saying.
gonna
If
go to waste.
Mota's there, then it's
I
fine.
like that he's not back next year. He's done.
We'll see. But yeah, no, I think getting back on topic. Milan versus Rome.
Roma win.
Roma wins. You got Dave,
Milan.
Milan?
Taking Milan.
Matt.
Bro, Roma been too hot since De Rossi came in. 3 points now off the top 4?
Oh my God, they're so
1-0
hot.
win in this first leg of the Europa League. I think they go through, man.
I'm saying the Romino stays.
Roma. I got Roma as well.
Yeah.
I think Roma.
2 Milans?
You
Yes.
got
Oh
Milan?
no, you said
I
Roma.
said Roma.
No, I said
Just
Milan.
Milan.
Watch when he come back.
Milan might. You never know. Milan might.
No, it's gonna. It's
I'm gonna-
it's
I'm
literally
gonna
a CDI
freaking-
matchup.
Yeah,
It could
City
go either
matchup
way.
can go either way.
Let's go to Leverkusen.
Yeah, Leverkusen. I mean, not much to say. Just
73% possession,
classic.
33 shots
As-
to 1.
Crazy stat.
Like, what's their percentage of goals after like the 80th minute, bro?
A lot.
Like,
A
it's
lot, dude.
crazy,
A
man. That's
lot.
where all their goals come then.
Mhm.
A lot, dude.
And
They've
both
been
by subs.
both by subs. They cooked again.
Oh, they should have won. by
Every
more.
single player on the pitch had more than one shot.
Even the goalie?
Only non-subs to not get a shot. I think there's 2 out of the subs they made didn't get shots, but every other sub got a shot as well.
But
Who
Top
talking
Soba
about?
got a couple of decent
Leverkusen.
shots too.
Their
Oh,
whole
yeah.
team,
Even Tag got
I
some
got the
shots.
deflection
their
shot.
whole
Even
outfield,
Hincapié?
all
And
10
Kape got subbed
players,
on.
and I
Set
think
besides
3 out
subs.
of their 5 subs all had shots.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're pumping them all.
They're
game.
pumping them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the ball
You
like
know,
the whole game too,
What
bro.
do you expect Moyes
Yeah.
to do, man? This
And
guy's parked the bus.
Boniface is back now too.
Yep.
So I think, they're
Nice goal.
definitely
Nice goal.
favorites
I hope
to
so, too.
win. 42 games now unbeaten.
Crazy,
Um,
bro. Crazy,
Best side in the world right now.
100%.
bro. If you got that kind of record, how can you not
Yeah.
be right?
Okay.
Probably.
Question. This is just, again, hypothetical. Simple response to.
Mm.
How would they do
Theoretical.
against Madrid?
Or
I think
City.
they'd have a good game.
Or
They
City.
can fare up against Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Or
they
the
would
City,
definitely
yeah.
put up a fight. I don't think they'd beat Madrid or City though.
They might, dude.
They might. Yeah,
They
that's,
could.
that's what I mean. Like they'll put up
You
a
legit
fight.
can't say they cannot.
No, I never said that. But like, if I had to choose, if I had to put a bet on a team, I'm putting a bet on Madrid and or City.
I might still rock with Leverkusen, man. Like, I don't know. Like,
They're just so silky.
honestly, like, I was like you, right? And I hate to say that.
Deluded?
Childish,
And I hate to
immature.
say that. Like, I was
No
like,
knowledge.
okay,
You a fan?
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in January, right? I was in
Oh, it could
I was
be
in my
January.
prime spog, thinking, okay, half a
Spog era?
season, okay, sure they're undefeated, this, that, and the other, but dude, they're still fucking doing it. They had injuries. They were missing players from AFCON, like
they
half
still
their
did it?
team,
Where are my January predictions? Anyway?
and they still did it. And they're still doing it now. I was thinking, okay, there's no way they're gonna beat Leipzig. They beat them. There's no way they're gonna beat Bayern. Beat them. Slap them. silly, like 3-0, slapped them up.
Yeah, but this is like a poor Bayern.
They just tied Arsenal,
Yeah, but this is like
best team in the Premier League.
but like Arsenal. I don't rate them that high.
Best team in the Premier League.
Eh.
Bundesliga's
They're not the best team in the Premier League.
Best team in the Premier League right now. Who's
Yeah,
top of the table?
standings, but like City's still the best team in the Premier League.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
Technically-
they dominated Arsenal.
No, but you can't
Have
say
City
that
beat Arsenal
considering
this season?
no, they haven't.
No,
they
they haven't.
dominated Arsenal.
They tied both legs.
Yeah, they dominated them.
Yeah, but another
And
day.
Arsenal have beaten Liverpool as well. So technically, Arsenal are the best team in England.
Yeah.
Couldn't beat Bayern. Bayern got slapped up by Leverkusen. So I don't know. Obviously, you can't. This is the only way you can compare. You're going based off results, which is never how it goes.
Yeah.
But honestly, dude, like, I think they would beat those teams, man. Like, I don't have a reason not to think that.
I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not
Right.
gonna say
Yes.
Like, I
Yes,
think
yes,
the
yeah.
biggest thing for me is the relentlessness they show.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact that okay, whatever, they're slapping up teams, they're dominating. It's the fact that even when they're down and you think they're finally gonna fucking lose these guys, or they're gonna tie this game against West Ham,
That second win just kicks in.
2-3 goals in the last 5 minutes of the game every time. And like at the end of the day, like that's scary because you cannot take your
No team can.
you can't
turn
take your
off.
foot off the gas
team
if
can
you're a
turn off,
team
yeah.
for the full 90 plus 10 minutes that you're gonna have against them.
Yeah.
You have to stay switched on the whole time because even if you switch off for the last 3 minutes of the game, you're probably going to lose that game, right? So I think it would be fantastic. I'd love to see, like, it's a shame that Liverpool got slapped up by Atalanta.
wait. Well, what's
I would have loved
Adli's
to see it in
back-
the
I mean, we
final.
can't see it. We could see it happen though.
What? Well, yeah. I mean, we were talking about in the car. Like Liverpool can come back. I know.
No. What I'm saying is we can't see like if Madrid or City wins the Champions League. Hopefully, Barca does. We can't see them face.
Oh yeah, in the Super
In the
Cup.
Super
yeah,
Cup.
the
That'd be
Super Cup,
crazy.
yeah, Super Cup. But
What's
the teams
Adli's
are different.
background?
He's Moroccan.
Wow.
He used to be French.
Who's?
Adli.
Adli is a talent.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah, they signed him. He was French. They signed him from Toulouse. Great scouting,
Yeah,
man.
you're right.
So Brahim and Adli going to Morocco now.
Yeah, no, they're
Interesting.
dude. I think Leverkusen, they've like in the last like 2 seasons, like dude, top notch recruiting, scouting, like player profiling, like everything, man. Like players that people haven't even heard of are coming in, and they're just turning into like Adli, crazy player. Even Tella coming from
yeah, he's a good player
Southampton,
Yeah.
He's
baller.
Nigerian, right?
But even like taking the
Mm.
chance on Xabi Alonso because who would have
coming
thought?
from Sociedad second team.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
How do you
And
just
you're-
take a chance
And
on
you're
him like
and
that?
you're trusting him, and you're saying, you know what, we're gonna back him. We're gonna back his style of play. We're gonna bring in players
Players
that he wants, and we're gonna play this style of football. And it's
It
it's
was-
lovely.
It was just the perfect fit.
yeah, it's great, man.
Chabi the goat Alonso.
You know, it'll be crazy if they do an undefeated treble.
Imagine.
If they do an undefeated treble, like
There's no way, bro.
That's like considered the best
Ain't
team in
no
the
way,
world.
man.
in,
if they
like,
do an
of all
undefeated
time.
treble, like what is that? Like,
Greatest team of all time.
There's still an asterisk though.
Greatest
What?
team of all time.
Why?
It's not
It's
Champions
not
League.
Champions League.
It's still pretty.
undefeated treble.
It's
I
still
know.
pretty high, man.
Undefeated
I wouldn't say
treble.
that, but the people would say that.
No, I know that.
But what if they go on to beat the winner in the Super Cup?
No, that's
Another
different.
trophy.
Yeah.
It's quadruple.
Undefeated treble is crazy to
It's a
think about.
quadruple.
And the crazy part is it's on the cards. Like it's
Yeah, everything's still on the cards.
they literally have one game left in the German Cup.
If Liverpool loses, they have this Europa League.
You have Atalanta. You
maybe?
probably have Benfica and probably Roma. Yeah. I mean, you never know, right? But
Glad
Pep
Xavi
couldn't
is
have
staying.
this season with Bayern. Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso are the real deal.
yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too, man.
Lopez says,
Yeah, what
glad Chabi is staying.
Yeah.
What if Pep was
What if Pep
Pep's Bayern team versus his Xavi's team?
That Bayern team
no.
wasn't even that
This
good.
Xavi's team, man. This Xavi team's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
It's crazy.
This Xavi team is crazy,
The only question is, will we be able to replicate it next season?
and that's the big thing, right? And that's why
think so. I
That's
think
why
so.
I'm glad he's staying, because dude, you
Mhm.
give purpose to the project. Like nothing I hate more than when a manager has one good season then fucks off. I hate that so much. Dude, it's stupid. It's so stupid. You have one good season with a team, and instead of building on it and actually proving yourself, you say, haha, good luck, and you go to another
Juicy.
team.
That's when the money comes in.
And you
bro.
know what? You know what I like about
Money
that?
talks.
Those guys usually fail.
Yeah.
I love it. Ten Hag, failure.
Graham Potter.
Graham
Graham
Potter,
Potter.
failure. De Zerbi, probably going to be a failure wherever he goes.
No, he's been good.
I love it, dude. I love
He fell
nothing-
off this season.
He's like sixth place.
He fell off this season.
I love nothing more than when a manager fucks off their team and then they fail their next step. I love it. And I'm glad Xavi's staying because it's not going to happen. He's going to build on this success. I want to see them play in the Champions League next season. I want to see them defend the Bundesliga trophy. I want to see them have another summer of spending and bringing in quality players.
Not for anything, but I feel like I'd give him the bag if anything. Leverkusen.
Well, no, Leverkusen can. Leverkusen have the money, but it's really just about Xabi Alonso. Like, does he want to go coach the teams that he played for?
But I'm sure like he still has the rest of his career to do that.
Yeah.
It's a
If
long
he starts
time.
turning this team into like a big, strong team,
Yeah, he'll be considered he'll be considered a big time coach. It's just for what he's doing with Leverkusen alone.
Yeah.
Your heart will always want to go back to where.
Yeah, but it's not like he has
He's gonna go to
one
Madrid one
specific
day.
team.
Home is
He
where
has,
the heart is, right?
he has lots
Yeah.
of teams to go back home
Yeah,
to.
but
He
one
has a
day
few different
he's
teams.
gonna be in Madrid one day.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that day Madrid is probably where his heart is. He never played for Leverkusen, right? I think he doesn't really have.
But the thing is that
an affection
whenever he
with
goes
Leverkusen.
whenever he goes to Madrid, he has the power to do whatever he wants with the team, and he already has the team that's set for him, or he can go whenever he wants, and he'll still
Yeah.
find success.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see them next season. I think, another season with Wirtz, another season, with Xabi Alonso. I think it's going to be fun to watch them in the Champions
did they
League.
sell anyone?
They're selling players.
Yeah, they're going to sell players for
Probably,
sure.
probably like
You think-
Frimpong or Grimaldo.
You
I
think they're
feel.
gonna sell?
Ronaldo's
Wirtz?
not
Grimaldo's
Grimaldo's
gonna stay. He's
So
his
then
first
Frimpong.
season.
Frimpong might not even go anywhere either.
They have to. They're gonna get rid of one.
Why?
Why?
Dude,
They
you
don't have-
don't
How do they keep all
understand.
these guys?
Leverkusen don't need money.
They don't need money. And they don't need to
Leverkusen
get
are
rid of anyone.
Leverkusen are owned by like the biggest
Pharmacy, yeah.
pharmaceutical company in Europe.
So am I.
They don't need
Bayern.
they don't need money at all, dude. At the end of the day, and also too, like if you're Frimpong, where are you gonna go?
He can go to United.
Champions
do
League
what?
Football.
I don't get football. Get
Go to
money.
United for what?
Dude,
To
at the end of the
lose?
day, like
Not
He's gonna
play
do a
Cha-
United.
He's not gonna play Champions League.
no, like I mean, no, I'm saying like, even from like a stylistic standpoint, he's not
He
a
has no
fullback.
CL.
He's not a fullback.
Yeah, he's a wing back.
He's a wing back.
Yeah, exactly.
So where are you gonna go? It's gonna play you as a wing
Wing
back.
back. Exactly.
Inter.
They have Tejan, bro.
Buchanan.
Do they have Tejan? They have,
Buchanan.
right. That's the thing, right? So I don't know. Like I'm sure there'll be some turnover in the team, but
Who could you see realistically leaving though? Wirtz.
no.
No, not
No.
Exactly, and that's their best player.
Yeah, Wirtz is staying.
Boniface.
Maybe Sheik. Maybe one
no,
of the one
they're
of
gonna
the.
keep Sheik.
I can see Sheik or it's gonna be one of those.
Sheik's
two, I think.
staying.
Yeah, but who are they going to replace him with? I don't think there's anyone on the market that fits her.
Sheik is.
They'll
I
find
think Sheik
someone.
could become a
They
star.
already know who they're signing.
But everyone
They're-
else, I don't think
they're
anyone
fantastic.
would leave.
No one knew about Adli. No one knew about Frimpong when they signed him. No one knew
Yeah.
about Tella when they signed him. Everyone thought Xhaka was going to be a flop
Yeah.
signing. No one knew who any of these guys were when they signed them. I'm not worried about who
I
they're
can
going to
see
replace
Hinkapie
players with.
leaving
Yeah, he's not that big of a
to
loss.
Word, some might throw a bag at him.
Liverpool.
Nah, he's gonna leave when his contract's done next year.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Wirtz leaving after next year.
No, he'll extend. He's not going to
Think
leave on.
so?
He's not going to leave on a free.
You don't think so?
No, he'll extend and then leave.
Yeah, he's going to extend, and they're going to get money from him.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, he is literally
No,
a
but he
product of their
Yeah.
academy. They literally extended his contract when he didn't know if he was going to play football again.
That's true. Yeah.
There's no way he's leaving on a free. I can guarantee
Hey,
that.
but there's players we've seen it. Dembele, who's didn't give a shit.
Yeah, but that's totally different.
He gave him everything too.
No, you guys didn't really
No.
give him much.
You guys didn't give him a big contract. That's why he left.
What?
You guys put a bio clause.
years.
You guys put a bio clause in his contract,
His contract was big enough as it was.
and,
Yeah.
and they offered him a bigger
He
contract.
had a fatty.
Yeah.
Yeah, PSG unlimited money.
Yeah, Wirtz. I'm sure someone would throw the bag at Wirtz. Probably. I don't think he's gonna go this summer.
City,
maybe.
maybe.
Next year. City. I've seen.
When De
City,
Bruyne leaves,
I've seen City linked with Musiala now, but I think one of those.
Foden's the next De Bruyne.
One of those two is probably
he's
gonna
a winger.
end up at City.
Yeah,
Um,
Hondo.
Realistically, they're the logical successors. But I mean, moving on to the last game.
Last game, most
Probably the
important game.
craziest game.
Crazy
Honestly,
man.
like don't get me wrong. Probably the craziest game of this week's European fixtures.
A mid-table Serie A team beating what
Struggling.
could be the champions.
And it
of
was a
England.
strong lineup too.
Insane, bro.
It was
Thoughts?
A strong. I mean, Atalanta came out and played their game. They
Yeah.
played attacking football. They did nonstop pressing against Liverpool, which I feel like Liverpool kind of got shaken up. Atalanta's a team that you don't want to play in a game like this, in a 1 game, 2 games, because they're just gonna run at you the whole game.
Bro,
They-
Kelleher was off this game, bro. He was spooky, man.
They got talent, man. Even Scamacca. Scamacca is just
Don't say just
he's
No,
ta-
he's-
no,
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 no.
no.
Dude,
He's been talented.
What has he been? What
No,
has
no,
he
listen.
done until now?
Listen.
And
Can I say?
so you're
bro.
telling me
No.
the 90 minutes that he played against Liverpool, his career just
No,
flourished,
he's
and
always
he's gonna
been.
be.
He's been a talent since he was in the youth
No,
academy.
man.
The reason why
That's
he
the last
went,
time he was considered a talent.
No. But you're gonna say, oh, West Ham he did nothing. Yeah. Do you know why? He was playing with a torn ACL the whole season. It wasn't until he left West Ham he got the surgery.
Italians just can't do it in the Prem.
No, he had injuries. He just didn't get the surgery done.
That's on him.
Yeah, but you can't say he's not good. He's a very good player. He's
Why
been
do you-
5 goals in the past 5 games right now. Now
Dude,
he's
he
fully
also
fit.
not for anything, but he also went to West Ham.
Yeah.
Not for anything. Like West Ham aren't
Italians can't do it.
West
bro.
Ham aren't a good team. Like
Uh-huh.
they don't play attacking football. If you're a striker, what are you doing? You're going in there to hold up the ball and defend? No.
Yeah, it's not him.
So
No.
what you're saying is that Atlanta is a better team.
Obviously.
And West Ham?
I'm just
100%.
saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
agreeing or
Atalanta is one of the
disagreeing.
most attacking teams, I would say, in the world.
But they're doing ass this season. You're saying.
Yeah,
No.
because look at their team. But they
Atalanta,
still play attacking
Atalanta would
football.
probably finish top 10 in the Prem.
Yeah. That doesn't say much, but yeah.
Doesn't say much to be honest. Yeah. But
No, but that's just how they are. They
Okay.
lose because they have no depth. It's literally just one lineup, so they're rotating like shitbox players in, and then they end up losing those games, so they can't compete with the top.
And stay in Europe.
Yeah, and stay in Europe. But when they play their best lineup like they did today, you could tell how good they actually are. He rested a couple players on the weekend, and bang.
So is this tie done?
No, Liverpool probably will bring it back because
I think Liverpool. can bring it back.
Liverpool's pretty damn good.
They've come back in Europe before, man. We saw it against Barcelona a few years back.
Don't remind us.
Yeah.
They can do it, bro.
If there's one team, if there's two teams in this Europa League that would come back, it's either Liverpool or Leverkusen.
Yeah, man. Liverpool are mentality monsters as well, too, right? So
Yeah.
it's possible for sure.
It's gonna be tough, obviously, to come back, but I don't put it past
can do it.
Liverpool,
Yeah, don't
especially under Klopp.
They get 2 goals in the first half, and then the game's just open.
They had chances at the end of the last 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
Liverpool played a strong team, but they also had a lot of players that could have started that game. 5 players they subbed in or could have started that game. Jota, Salah,
Jota wouldn't have
Szoboszlai.
started. Jota's not starting.
No, sorry,
Robertson,
Diaz, Robertson,
Yeah,
Diaz.
Diaz,
Robertson,
Like,
Diaz,
come on,
Salah,
Diaz is a
Szoboszlai.
Salah
Four.
started.
4.
No.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Salah came on at half.
No, he
Oh, he
didn't.
did?
So big players, man.
And
I
considering
swore
Jota can,
Diaz and Salah
Jota can
alone.
have better games than Nunez, which he can start.
Okay, yeah, but their starting three would be Nunez, Diaz, and Salah.
Still four big
yeah.
players that could have
Yeah,
changed that result.
It is what it is. Lost 3-0 either way with their.
Jay Lopez says, "What's
Team that was
Klopp's
out.
excuse this time?" The league, bro. They gotta focus on the league.
Do you
bro.
think that Liverpool took Atalanta too lightly?
Yes, 100%. I think that's how it started off, and then like, oh fuck.
Don't take a team lightly.
Don't take any Serie A team lightly, boys.
Don't take a Serie A team lightly, man.
brother.
JP says they're playing in Italy, though. I think Liverpool might be done. How big of a factor does that play?
Nah, I don't think
Atalanta being at home?
they'll be fine.
Liverpool have tasted
What?
Italian soil before.
Have they?
It's easy.
Where?
Huh?
Where in Italy have they tasted?
Pasta, pizza.
Okay.
That's a place.
Anyway, Mr. Pasta Pizza Man. Predictions. Second leg, obviously. 3-0 in Bergamo.
I'm saying extra time, penalties.
Didn't tell me much there.
Liverpool's gonna win.
Thank you. Spatty?
Uh,
You did a lot of waffling, but you didn't give me a prediction.
wait, come back to me. I gotta think a little bit.
Klopp's farewell tour is not going to be a good one. He's ending the season only with a Carabooty Cup.
Hey yo, can I have that cup too?
Dan?
Where to get me one of those?
Or you gave me them one of them.
Dan the man?
Atalanta.
Atalanta.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's too far gone.
3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Why were you so?
I was surprised because it's
Why?
a City A team and versus a Prem team.
True.
So I just hate Serie A and Barca teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
If it's 3-0, man, I don't know.
3-0.
I
Yeah.
feel like yes, but,
if
also
Barca's
it's hard.
You know what?
Well, I'm
Absolutely.
You know what?
I don't know, man. It's tough. I've seen Liverpool do it so many times before, but not for anything. Not the same Liverpool. And I think the biggest thing too, dude, Kelleher, like you mentioned, like he's not Alisson Becker. And at the end of the day, sometimes what kept Liverpool in those games was having that keeper.
Wonders.
You're pressing high, you're attacking all game. You have that one chance where the team counterattacks. If you have Alisson in goal, he can probably make that big save for you. Kelleher, maybe not, dude. And at the end of the day, if Liverpool are going to press, even if they get like 2-0 in Atalanta, if Atalanta come back and they score one, Liverpool have to come score 3 goals after that. It's a big ask.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have the players to do so. I think it's really going to come down to Salah, man. Like, you need Salah to step up big in this game. I'm going Atalanta, man. I think Atalanta are going to hold on. 3-0 it's not impossible, but it's definitely a big ask when you're missing some pretty key players for Liverpool.
Well, JP Shields says usually Liverpool have these comebacks at Anfield. I'm saying 3-1 Liverpool. Atlanta goes through. So, like you said,
Atlanta United.
Yeah, all it takes is
Atalanta
one
just have to
goal.
score one
Like
goal,
it takes one goal for Atalanta, and that really puts up a lot of pressure on Liverpool.
Atalanta had more goal shots on target too.
Good evening.
Oh,
Good
Will
evening,
Chan.
Good evening, brother.
Will Chan, I gotta say, man, you're bare late. We're on the last game of the.
What's Will
schedule
Chan
here.
fan again?
Will Chan's United fan.
Ah, my brother.
United are shite.
Will Chan, who's winning the Champions League? Who's winning Europa League? Let us know,
Quick.
brother.
No, but I think Atalanta still have it because they had more shots on target against this team. Like, I don't know, their defense is just weak. I think Liverpool.
Yeah, I think my prediction might be Atalanta as well, but I'm kind of iffy on it.
Just make your
I
prediction.
want to see Karnaseki in that next game though. Over
Carne asada. What?
I want to see to defend this a little bit. And then Scalvini was also not in the lineup because Lucas. What the hell am I saying? Darun was playing center back, so they had Darun.
Jason Derulo.
Yeah, Jason Derulo was playing center back, so it's not like Atalanta had their best team out there, you know.
Bill Canondra says, Chris, thoughts on Fiorentina and Pilsen?
I didn't see that game.
He's not a real City A fan.
That's
Lipski.
a Conference League, man. Did you watch Conference League?
Fiorentina, dude.
JP,
There's no German teams in Conference League.
They stink.
JP says, plus Liverpool couldn't beat United this season and we're ass defensively.
Yeah.
Ass defensively. Will Chan saying, damn, City is winning UCL,
my
Europa, we do not care. Can't
Will
lie.
Chan-
at all.
What do you mean, you don't care? You're a United fan. That's what you've been used to the last few years.
Dang.
Europa?
You guys just cheesed Will Chan.
That's
Come on.
No?
crazy.
He doesn't care.
That's hate,
But
bro.
no, yeah, City honestly very strong show. But Will, do you think that Liverpool can come back against Atalanta? In case you don't know, they lost 3-0. But
Let's see Conference League really quick. I want to see if Fiorentina won because
They
They
didn't.
tied 0-0.
Yeah. Spoiler,
okay.
they
Well, you know what? It was a great defensive performance by both teams. Fiorentina will get it next leg.
yeah, no, but I think what
Remember last year when Spatty was going off? There's still more Serie A teams in the gym, and then they all lost.
that was peak Spatty. That's all
That
we-
was peak Spatty, yo, backing up Serie A.
dude, that's all we heard for months.
That was crazy, legit.
From like October till like what, May-ish? That's all we heard.
Yeah.
That's all we heard for months.
Hey, you guys getting a 5th spot in CL?
Months and months
Meanwhile,
and months.
all the Spanish teams in the UCL now, most of them won their first leg.
ass.
No one's talking about that, bro.
But how if they all don't go through? Then what?
And I wasn't bigging it up in the first place, so no
you
big
just pick
deal.
it up right now.
But theoretically,
I'm not bigging it up.
Is there any
Theoretically,
Spanish
bring
teams
it
in
up.
Europa League?
Europa League?
Nope.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
because they're all in Champions League.
Are there any in Conference League? Nope. There might be.
We-
Because in the UCL, bro.
We don't. Yeah,
Big
it's
competitions only.
Yeah, but if they all get knocked out, then what?
big comps only, bro.
That's it.
But it's crazy that it literally shows you right there that the only
City has-
teams that
Liga's
can
better?
compete in the Liga are the top 3 teams,
Yeah.
Hey, man.
and that's it. Besides that, literally the drop is so heavy that you can't say anything about. Oh, the league is so hard. Oh, we focus on the league.
Jerome is all right.
Trying to
this
compete for the bigger trophy.
My crazy thing is,
Check something right now.
there's a lot of talk coming from you right now.
year. We weren't allowed in Champions League this year. What do you
No,
want?
no, I'm not saying that.
Allowed is
Allowed.
insane.
All I'm saying, allowed. Okay, allowed.
Sorry,
Allowed is insane.
Chris.
First of all,
this year
your team
not gonna
broke the
work.
rules. Anyway, I know you don't care about the rules, but all I'm saying is, not too long ago, you were Mr. I don't care about the Europa League. Europa League stinks. I don't want to play in Europa League.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God.
watch Europa League.
That was some
I don't
good-
care if Juve are
I
in
watched
Europa
Europa
League.
League.
I'm not gonna. I don't want Juve to win Europa League. That's a shit trophy. I'd rather lose in the group stage with Juve
Yes.
in the Champions League than win Europa League. Now all of a sudden you're
No, not
counting how
group
many
stage.
teams are in Conference League.
No, I said I'd rather lose in the round of 16 than win the Europa League.
Either way, that's blasphemous.
No, I'd still do it.
Let me just go back to Daniel's point. He said
What point?
how he said
The
Spain
La Liga?
top 3 and then it's just a drop off.
What
Yeah.
kind of data do you have there?
This season's like
Oh my God, this one season out of the last
Sir Goodness,
20 in your
dude.
career.
picking out what's the most relative.
Okay, but
value.
look at the European competitions. That's my
It's
fact.
30-65.
But look at the
40-58.
European
What
competitions.
is Premier League difference in points?
Wait,
What do you
what
mean
did you say?
the
Say
the
that
top
again?
3 teams are literally competing by 1 point difference?
No,
Only the top 3 teams, exactly.
And what are you guys in Madrid?
It's the top 3 teams. It's
But what about you guys in
in
Madrid?
Same thing in
exact
Spain,
same
no?
thing. That's what I'm saying. It's the exact same thing.
How's the
It's
same thing in Spain? Isn't
You
Madrid
said it
like
was the top 3 teams that only compete.
only the top 3 teams that compete. That's what you exactly said.
Wait,
but
how
there's-
much points is Madrid ahead of everyone?
I'm not too sure.
Well, Check that first before you start rambling. on.
Uncomfortable conversations.
No, but he says the only top 3 60.
Bro, they're killing.
Matthews knows
10
the answer,
points.
but he's
They're
staying out
killing
of
the
it.
league. The premise close.
It's the top 3. And then
Okay,
goes 10
but
point
my
difference.
argument is look how many teams are competing in European football compared to La Liga. And considering that Liverpool is still one of the top teams in the Prem, unfortunately lost
There's more La
against
Liga teams
Atalanta.
in Champions League.
Shouldn't
Yes,
have-
there
But
is.
if we're considering like coefficient percentages and having Champions League be a high percentage, Europa League below that, and then Conference League below that, even then the percentages are still in favor of La Liga.
I'm not arguing with you guys. I don't know why you guys are looking at me. Validate. You guys want validation? I agree. Oh.
Well, Chan saying
Throw up.
Liverpool is done in the second leg. Agreed. Liverpool will go all out for the Prem. Europa League is Manchester United standard now.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but true. Who's managing Barca next season?
Deserves, baby.
Hey
Who's
man.
managing United next season?
If Xavi backs down on his word, we'll see what happens, man.
It's crazy that our striker still has more goals than yours.
In what league, bro?
JP says
CL.
Dan saying there are no Spanish teams in Europa except for top three. Europe, sorry. Except for top three. Prem has Liverpool, West Ham, City, Arsenal, Aston Villa.
Two of those teams lost. Three of those teams lost. No, Aston Villa won, right?
I don't
Anyways,
I don't get what you're saying, JP.
Yeah, explain yourself a little more. I think he's saying like
Oh,
they
so
have more
you're
teams
saying
in
that the
Europe.
Prem has more teams in Europe? Yeah.
two of them lost.
Two of them got killed.
Two of them got killed. The other two are tied.
One's in Europa, one's in Conference.
One's in Conference League.
Yeah.
I mean, explain your
The top
ex-
two of the La Liga teams won.
JP. Explain yourself,
tied.
and then maybe I'll back you up. I'll see what you're saying. I'll see what you're saying.
You're
Sky
glazing,
needs
bro.
more points, bro.
Zip it up, bro.
I don't know. I think like first JP like
But your
La
fly's
Liga's
open.
better, bro. It's the best league in the
Yeah.
world. Come
But
on.
it's
No,
here.
okay, that's
well that's insane.
crazy.
But the JP, I think first of
Historically
all
wise,
you
no,
gotta take
can't.
Villa out.
No.
Conference League doesn't count. I'm just gonna say that now.
Yeah, I
Aston
can't bring
Villa.
Aston Villa here, bro.
Conference League doesn't count. You can't bring Villa into this conversation.
I think Villa has more of a shout than West Ham, to be honest.
I get what you're
Big jump
saying.
from Brighton.
I get what you're saying. A lot of teams are left, but I don't know. It's not saying much that there's like. I mean, what was the route for some of these teams to get here? Like Villa, who are they really playing? Like,
Well, what were some of the routes for some
Zagreb.
of these Spanish teams that are in the same competitions?
I mean, West Ham, who they beat Freiburg. I don't know. It's kind of like
Who cares?
it's kind of stinky, right? Like
Who cares?
City had Copenhagen, right?
Villa's
Villa's a
squad.
quality squad, but like I don't know if you could bring Conference League
Copenhagen.
teams into the conversation by trying to prove the validity of how good a league is, because at the end of the day, obviously teams from the top leagues are going to go further in Conference League.
His
Okay,
argument, the same
get
thing
it.
with my argument, but the point is a drop of the quality after the top three other teams who are still competing in Europe.
Okay, there you go. That makes more sense. now.
Well, that's what my
mean-
argument is. Considering
Yeah,
that
yeah.
besides the top three, look at the rest of the teams that are still competing in Europe compared to the Ligas.
I mean,
Okay, but would you rather have? I'd rather have the top three teams in my league competing in Champions League than just have 6 teams just competing in Europe. In general.
But there's two of them
That just
competing in
tells you more
Champions
about-
League compared to the
Wouldn't that
rest.
say that's better?
Okay, look, I don't know. 3 for Madrid for Spain are competing in Europe. Okay, and then United, we had not United. the Premier League. The Premier League, we got the top 2, and then we got Liverpool playing in the thing, West Ham.
All over here, bro.
I feel like it's kind of weighted the same in a way.
No, come on.
Yeah,
What would you rather have?
look. CL, there's City and Arsenal,
Okay.
and then there's Liverpool, West Ham, and Aston Villa who are competing in the other 2 competitions.
Okay. If
West Ham ain't
So
competing.
my weight in looking at it here is like Liverpool, West Ham, and Aston Villa can weigh as one La Liga team playing in Champions League.
Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Man's about to fuse with someone.
No,
Matt
that
was trying to fuse with you. You didn't fuse
that
with
was kind of crazy.
But at the same time, like
If you're asking me what I think, if I'm doing this right now in my head, what I'm doing a point system, right?
Yeah,
If you're,
okay,
but
playing,
what's
look,
Champions League point system?
if you're playing in Conference League, you get 1 point.
Okay.
If you're playing in Europa League, you get 2 points.
and if you get playing the
if
Champions
you're
League,
playing in Champions League, you get 3 points.
then the English Premier League still has more points.
I don't know.
Add it up.
I would say UCL
It's the same.
5.
It's
No, it's
tied.
not.
I'd say 5.
UCL's not
No,
3
it's
points.
not.
That's
It's
one-
tied.
that's
No, it's
1, 2,
not.
and
Yes, it
4
is.
at least.
There's 2 teams playing in Europa League. That's 2 points. That's 4 points. That's already above without
yeah.
Aston Villa.
I would say
Champions League is-
5 for UCL, 3 for
Yeah.
Europa, 1 for Conference.
Then they're still tied.
No.
No.
Ow.
5 for Champions League.
So
3
5,
for
so that's
Spain.
15 for Spain. There's 10 in Champions League. Then there's another 5 in other competitions.
Who's left in Conference League?
Aston Villa.
Villa, Fiorentina, Plazon.
Lille, Bruges,
Lille.
PAOK, Fenerbahce, Olympiacos.
Oh,
And no Spanish teams.
It's kind of a weird
Well, yeah, it's a weird mix.
handful.
But no, I think it's also weird that we're just choosing to do this now, like in the quarterfinals. Like I think if you're gonna
Well,
do this, you have to
no.
look at round of 16.
Even look at
No.
look at other past.
You can-
Champions
you
League
can-
seasons.
but you can
Always
look at-
been top. La Liga teams have always been up there.
But there's always been Premier League teams well distributed throughout all competitions. While in La Liga, it's only been the
Look
top
back and
three.
We can all agree that, just even thinking, not even like thinking so hard, that there's always been usually more La Liga teams in at least the
In the
last.
past decade, more
Yeah.
Spanish teams have won European trophies than any other league.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think in the last maybe since COVID or so,
Yeah.
I think what we're seeing now is that Prem effect, the trickle down of money that you get with teams like Villa, you get with teams like West Ham, like a Brighton. Let's say these teams now have a lot more money because they're playing in the Prem. They're getting more money from TV rights. They have more money to spend on players, so obviously they're going to be able to compete better in these lower tier competitions. Because I mean, look who they're coming up against: Olympiacos, like Fenerbahce. Like, not for anything, these teams it's tough to compete,
Mm-hmm.
right, against a team like Villa or West Ham. But I don't know. I think you can maybe what you call it a draw. I don't know. Like I don't really know what you want me to say. Me personally,
Rock,
like
paper, scissors.
I would probably rather have more teams in the Champions League, especially when all of them are technically able to still, I guess, advance through.
That's what I said.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather have more teams in the Conference League. But
Okay, so look, like
That's
if you're looking at it
too
right
busy.
now, like
it's a joke, man.
I'm talking about the teams other than the top teams of the rest of the league. You can take Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Madrid, Atletico, Barca. Mad.
And England.
He's just
And
trying to
England
say that the
stud.
league is has a lot more like teams that can compete in other
yes,
leagues.
we understand.
Yeah.
So Premier
It's not
League's-
just a 3-team league.
100%. We all know
Yeah.
that Prem's the best, most competition. But at the end of the day, like you said, I just rather have. I think it looks better for more teams in Champions League
The eyes are there, the money's
than
there.
having more teams in general.
Yeah, but the eyes and the money is on the top three teams, not the rest of the league.
eyes and the money's in Champions League. in
No, the
general.
eyes on the money.
No, he's saying in La Liga.
In La Liga, the money and the eyes are on the top three teams.
And
While in the
nobody else,
in the
yeah.
Premier League, it's literally in the. I can literally say up to maybe the 18th.
Look who's won the most Europas.
No, I,
Relevance. Who won
I-
last year's?
yeah.
Okay, who's won the most
Recency.
in general?
Recency.
Who's won the most in general?
Recency.
Who won the Europa League?
Who's won the most in general? You all know. Sevilla.
Who won Europa League last year?
West Ham.
Oh, yeah,
No,
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 Conference
that was
League.
Conference League.
Who the hell won? It was them versus Roma. Who beat Roma?
Guys, can you let us?
This is
can you
not
remind
looking
us
good for our
who-
ball knowledge right now.
Oh,
Who did City face?
Who the heck beat Roma?
Chelsea? No.
Wasn't
Was there another Prem
Spurs?
team?
Was it Chelsea? No. United? No.
German team? No. French team? No.
No, it was a Prem team.
It was a Prem team.
Had to be
Wait,
a Prem team.
Europa?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sevilla won.
Oh, Sevilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it-
Shut
No,
your
Sevilla
mouth.
won?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they
Shut
did
your
win.
mouth.
Man was waffling over here.
Okay,
bro.
but okay.
They won by bullshit. though.
Okay, but
Okay, but what?
Sevilla.
Won by
I-
bullshit. You couldn't remember who was in the final.
Yeah, what's Sevilla?
No,
Jay
no,
Lopez.
I remember what happened to Roma. That's why I
Jennifer
remember
Lopez.
Roma.
No,
No.
but that's your.
No,
what
I,
did I tell you?
at the end of the
I never
day,
said anything.
Okay, but Sevilla, that's their bread and butter, bro.
Okay.
Okay, now-
Okay.
Where did they finish in the season in the league last year?
Okay, you're
Doesn't
talking
matter,
about
they won a
Champions League
trophy.
now.
Where did they finish in the
Talking
league last year?
What a
Talking about
trophy.
European titles now. Not
No.
about leagues.
I think
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Bro,
you,
no.
because he got
I,
proved wrong.
I saw last season. This guy was like, yeah, well, look who's in the chat. Look who's who won the league last year, Sevilla, but they were like 6th place or something.
Well, we aren't talking about the league right now.
No, last year David was shouting out La
Talking about
Liga.
practice? What is this?
This guy was shouting La Liga
Sevilla
last year.
were like bottom half of the league last year.
But this guy was shouting out La Liga so hard, saying that Sevilla, even though they're bottom of the league, they're
Still
still.
shouting out La Liga.
Jay Lopez is
That-
having a laugh right
Jay
now.
Lopez, brother.
Wasn't this guy last
We're
season?
waffling.
Wasn't this guy last year saying, "Oh, but look,
Dave, I can't take anything Dave says
It's
seriously.
a waffle
oh,
fest right now.
look, Sevilla winning the Europa League, but look what they're in the league." So showing like that their league is still favorable because even though Sevilla is in 16th place in the Liga, they can still win the Europa League. Now here's in reverse.
What?
What am I saying in reverse?
What's
Oh,
he
the
saying?
top 3 are the best. Let's
I'm
focus
so
on
lost
this.
right now. I don't know.
Whatever.
This guy thought he was saying.
We've been on this for 2 hours now. Let's move on.
Yeah.
We're done here.
Anyway,
League.
regardless,
La
it's
Liga's the
great.
best
You know,
competition in the
it's
world.
great to see a nice mix of teams competing in the Champions League. Obviously, no Italian teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, what can you do, right?
If
I
we
think-
just weren't allowed, we would be there.
Right.
I just
No
think
Italian teams left in the Champions League, which is obviously unfortunate. But other than that, you have a nice blend of teams, which is always good. Europa League, you have a nice blend of teams. Conference League, you have a nice blend of teams, and it's always nice to see some fresh teams. Like I like to see Atalanta winning games. I like to see Leverkusen winning games. I like to see a Benfica in there getting scrappy. I like to see Roma doing well in Europe as well. Like I like to see some fresh teams. Honestly, like it's cool when you can have, you know, teams from any league winning these European trophies, right?
Exactly.
I think like if you're looking at the Champions League, like it can be a Spanish team, it can be a German team, it can be an English team. Heck, maybe it can even be PSG, right?
Nope.
If you're looking at Europa League, man, it can be a German team. Maybe it can be an Italian team. Maybe it'll be an English team. I don't think so. You know, maybe it'll be a Portuguese or a French team as well, right? There's a lot of good variety there. But overall, just to wrap it up, I think we're done.
Yeah.
You know, a great week of European action.
I think
here.
it's probably been one of the more exciting
weeks, man. Like I think
match weeks of
helps grow the game. Exactly, Will.
Yeah,
I think,
waffling does. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, man, like, dude,
Right, Dave?
a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people were chatting. Oh, this is such a terrible round of
What the
Champions
heck?
League.
Who
I
could say that
can't
with the right
believe
mind, bro?
there's only 2 Premier League teams in the Champions League. Screw the Champions League. Premier League's better. That's what people were saying.
They were saying that.
Honestly,
They're
you
buying
can't
us
take those
none.
people seriously. At the end of the day, you can take us seriously because we know ball, right? At the end of the day,
Barely.
it was an exciting round of Champions League. It was a good round of Europa League, a good round of Conference League. And man, what can I say? I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for the next round. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in Dortmund for that semifinal game against Barcelona. I'll be there. Looking forward to that.
Unless full crew is there.
Unless Fulkrug starts next week. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I love European football.
Okay, man, shut up, already.
More
Let's
than
go.
anything.
It's funny how the non-European lads are talking
Yeah,
to us.
he's non-European lad.
quiet.
Why?
Let us
Alright,
enjoy our
All right,
moment.
Chris, let's step out. Let's get out of here.
Let us
Alright.
enjoy our
Take care,
moment,
guys.
man.
Good night.
Not believing.
All right, later, guys.
Later.
Anyway.
Okay, James, come here.
Now we can talk.
James, come here.
Now we can talk.
Come here, buddy.
Anyway, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Another
Come here,
good,
come here. Hurry up. This is the Champions League. This is the Champions League
It's a steel
couch.
couch, bro.
This is the steel couch.
Outsiders on the outside, bro.
You know what I'm singing right now? Ding, 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 ding. This is the Champions League couch.
This is the Friends.
This has to be the most.
This
This has to be the most cringe end off I've ever seen in my life.
All right, Chris, end it off here.
Take care, guys.
Make sure to like, subscribe. You know who we are.
The culture man.
We're the Champions League.
We're not in
We're the
Champions League.
Champions
With
League.
UCL, man, bro. Let's go.
Later, boys.
See ya, lads.
Deuces.
Peace.
Put your feet down,
Bro.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Later,
that's what I
guys.
did that. Later, boys. Ciao.